I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business. And I put them in that order in particular.
Headset volumes, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Are you too loud or not loud enough?
I'm actually perfect.
Do what is best for you and your family. Then
but I don't
the rest
hear very
of it
well,
will
so.
take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decision.
Hops like a kangaroo.
I don't know if I can. Maybe boom goes the dynamite. That's a damn line.
Don't do the hops like a kangaroo at a baseball game.
Well, what if the shortstop jumps up?
Here we come. All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Mosinee. And you are watching the Forward Bank pregame show. Forward Bank, moving our communities forward online at forward.bank and in person right in beautiful Medford, right there on Highway 13. Jason Zaleski here, Paul Jaglinski there. It's a classic one here, Paul. It's the 1 and the 2. It's conference rivals. It was each team winning on the road in their home and home series during the regular season. It was Mosinee getting Medford 2-0 in Medford, and then Medford came here a couple days later, repaid the favor with a 4-2 final. So not only do they split during the regular season, they're tied 6-6 on the scoreboard, and they're coming here, and it's the playoffs, and there's something special about playoff anything. It's playoff baseball today, and what's special here is these two teams, which are obviously equally matched as they're tied 6-6 on the year. One gets to move on to sectionals, and one is done.
Yeah, so, both are co-conference champs, which means they get a chance to split some hardware. But today, it's winner take hardware all. And then, of course, it's a trip forward to Abbotsford to the sectional next week, which is going to be interesting. So, two schools that obviously know each other well. It's a beautiful day for baseball. The field here in Mosinee looks absolutely spectacular. Should be a really good ball game.
Yeah, just a quick note. Mosinee actually was outright champs because Medford slipped a couple weeks later to Pines 1-0.
Really?
Yeah, totally unexpected, so much so you didn't even know about it. But yeah, so we do have an outright champion in that way. But, you get to the playoffs, and that doesn't matter. And I'll give this speech perhaps for the very last time where seed meetings, in-person human beings, seed meetings, that you might have been involved in a couple in your life. When you get human beings involved, they care about all kinds of weird, wacky stuff. And one of the things that human beings care about a lot are conference championships. And likely the reason why Mosinee is the 1 seed and Medford is the 2, when we roll forward the school calendar for next year, it's computer seeding everybody in every way. And I already know that the WIAA supercomputer doesn't care about your conference championship.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, from a coaching perspective, I actually do really like and value the conference championship. You're playing common opponents, so you have that as a factor. And there's still something to be said about, the first goal that you put together as a team that you want to take a look at is you want to win conference. It's always something that matters. And I think in this case, it's probably fair or justified for Mosinee to have the home field advantage. That being stated, Medford's already come into the field. They've got the win. So it's one of those deals. They're obviously comfortable here just watching them take warm-up. Obviously, they're getting a feel for off the grass to the dirt patch, which is a little bit different. So, some of the fields are obviously all grass. Some of the fields are obviously all dirt. This is a combination grass-dirt, so it's a little bit of a different across the way. But again, I think overall, the knowing your opponent, knowing the field is a big familiarity piece that I think levels the playing field for these two teams pretty evenly.
Again, you're watching the Forward Bank pregame show. Forward Bank, moving our communities forward online at forward.bank and with locations all across central Wisconsin, including Medford. Mosinee coached by Adam Olson. Medford coached by Justin Robbie. I had a chance to talk to Coach Robbie before the game today. He said his team he's got him right where he wants him here coming in. And, of course, what he wants is one Caleb Gooden on the mound today. Caleb's ready and raring to go. Coach was a little bit concerned that he may have had too many days off. You get to the playoffs like this, and you got some extra days off. But we've got two aces going. Caleb Gooden for the guys in red, and the guys in purple have the sophomore Keegan Jerschley. And you got aces, and sometimes you get a pitcher's duel out of that. One
of the cool things that I think you're going to see in this particular ball game is it's going to come down to either defensive play made or defensive play not made. Both teams have got good scouting reports. Both pitchers obviously are talented enough to be able to hit corners, high, low, understand where they need to throw it. Both have got a nice curveball and breaking off-speed pitches. So typically what that's going to boil down to is who makes the play or who doesn't make a play. And again, I think that's what you want here when you get to early June. You've got postseason baseball, regional final on the line. It's honestly everything that you'd want it from a high school baseball game and a high school competition in general.
Well, you talked about goals when you start the season. One of them is conference championship. The other one is a regional final championship, and both teams have that here in front of them today.
You know, as I tell our ladies at Assumption quite often, you can't make it to state unless you win a regional championship. So it's, kind of a necessary step along in the process. And again, what's cool about this for Mosinee, it's their last home game. So you get a chance to go ahead and win this. It feels like a really big deal from a coach and from a player standpoint. This is one you definitely want. And having the experience of going on the road and winning a conference championship game, there's something about ending a rival's season on their home floor, which is also extremely satisfying. It makes for a great bus ride home. So again, I'm sure both teams really want it. Should be a good ball game. And again, congratulations to the two umpires that are working tonight's ball game as well. You know, they work 20, 30 ball games over the course of the year. So for our umpires tonight, it's a big honor to have a regional final and a sectional. Those postseason assignments are something that they definitely want. And for all that are listening that are kind of on the fence or taking a look at it, one, please make sure you thank the officials. Without them, it's just really high school gymnastics, or it's just high school gym class, not gymnastics. And second of all, it's one of those deals where if you are interested and you're missing the game, I would encourage you to go to the WIAA and think about getting back involved in the game, whether at any level, because certainly all the sports could certainly use the officials.
Charlie Millerin on the bases. Sam Zier will be calling the balls and strikes today. Let's see here. Yeah, you mentioned, a game like this. We talked about it a little bit. This will be our last topic here before we head back to commercial. Second to last topic, actually. Seniors. Seniors have played their whole careers now. Maybe they started back in T-ball or Little League, and on one of these teams, that'll be their last game of the year.
Well, and it's such a weird environment now, Jason, because I don't know if Medford's out of school. I assume that Mosinee is out of school. So, your routine of I go to class all day, then I come to after class and play baseball, it's very different come postseason. You're sleeping late. Maybe some of these kids are working in the morning, then they come back. So that's definitely an interesting topic. And then for some of these kids, they're ready to start their summer and maybe get the jobs and take a look at it. And others are looking and hoping to play as long as they can. So I always think that's an interesting dynamic as well.
All right, before we head to commercial, other games that are live on Zaleski Sports, two of them are already underway. Shiocton at Amherst baseball regional final. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood at Stratford already live. That is also a regional final. And Edgar at Columbus Catholic, they have first pitch like we do at 5 o'clock. So grab yourself an extra phone or a device and catch a couple of these games. And that'll bring an end to our Forward Bank pregame show. Forward Bank, moving our communities forward online at forward.bank. We'll take a quick break, have you back in time for today's national anthem.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Gorski's dine in or take out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus delivery in Mosinee. Gorski serves food 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. Don't miss Double Bubble in Gorski's bar Monday through Thursday from 3 to 6. For food and drink specials, plus special events, check Gorski'sWI.com. Gorski's Overton Drive, Mosinee.
Get yourself Gorski's, get yourself Gorski's, have yourself pizza there. Get yourself Gorski's, get yourself Gorski's, come and have a b-ball there. Hey!
Gorski's.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information. A&B Process. back here in Mosinee as we get set for regional final baseball here today. As you see starting lineups coming out on the field, we'll go through those starting lineups here in just a moment. Before we do, I want to give a shout out to a couple of new buddies that we have out there. One of them, Cropping Central LLC. Cropping Central, located just west of Edgar. So not too far from here, just west of Edgar on County Road N. And Cropping Central is going to take care of you with a couple of good things. I'm going to save the best for last year, but yield mapping, seed delivery, soil sampling, drone imagery. Are you kidding me? They got all that stuff going on, plus they'll do some crop scouting for you. And what's going on now, Paul, by the way, Jason Zaleski, Paul Jaglinski here with you, is crop protection. They've got the hail insurance, just in case. We hope that doesn't happen. And you can hope in one hand and you know what in the other. And instead of that, get a hold of Cropping Central LLC and get yourself all protected and ready to go for your summer crop and your harvest season. Give them a call, 715-352-2843. Let's see, Paul, how about give us the Medford starting lineup? How's that sound?
Yeah, so for Medford, who will be the visitor today on the scoreboard.
At the neutral site, by the way.
The neutral site.
WIAA there, okay.
In right field, we're going to have number 2, Seth Mudgett. And on the mound, we're going to have number 10, Caleb Gooden.
At second base, number 42, Garrett Shue.
Hitting in the third spot in the lineup, playing second, Tanner Robbie. At the fourth spot, hitting cleanup, Aiden Gardner. He'll also be doing the catching today. At shortstop, we're going to have number 23, Logan Bumgardner. At left field, we're going to have number 20, Barton Weissmiller. Oh, we've got the Anthem coming up here. Let's go ahead and let's take a break on that. We'll finish up Medford's lineup when we come back.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Paul, let's see. We left off at Braxton Weissmiller.
Correct.
There we go.
Hitting in the 7th spot, number 9, Parker Lisner. He'll be playing third base. In the DH is going to be Max Dietner, playing second base.
Dietzman, right?
Dietzman, excuse me. Playing second base in the place of the field of the DH is Steve Robbie.
There you go.
And hitting 9th is going to be Brigham Kelly playing first base. So again, to walk that back through, Medford's lineup is going to be Mudgett, Gooden, Robbie, Gardner, Bumgartner, Weissmiller, Lisner, Dietzman, and Kelly.
Dietzman and Kelly. There you go. All right, and then the Mosinee Indians.
For Mosinee,
there you go.
On the mound is going to be number 11, Keegan Jersley.
There you go.
In right field, going to be number 7, Taylor Limansky. In the third spot, playing first base, is going to be Devin Stoffel.
There you go. Yep, Devin Stoffel. Yep.
At third base, and in the fourth spot is going to be Tanner Unertl.
There you go.
Catching today is going to be Gavin Obrensky.
Obrensky. There you go. Yep.
Obrensky. Playing first place is going to be Trevor Garski.
Yep. Drake
Grod is going to be our
shortstop.
Yep. In a DH, we're going to have Trenton Dorn.
Yep.
And playing second base for him is going to be Garrett Shoup, so out in the field.
Yep.
And then in the 9th spot, playing left field, is going to be Eli Milland.
Eli Myland. Yep.
Myland.
There we go. Okay, so Jerschley, Limansky, Stoffel, Unerdl, Obremski, Gorski, Grod, Dorn, Myland. Off we go.
Well, 5:05, we're getting ready for a first pitch here on a beautiful evening in Mosinee. And a regional final baseball brought to you here on Zaleski Sports is underway.
There we go. 5:04 on my Swatch watch anyway. First pitch, 68 degrees. For those of you keeping score at home. And I know they've all got their score sheets and they're, have a big effort writing down that starting time and the lineups and the temperature and all those things that I guess just been the history of baseball. It's a tradition.
Ooh, Keegan falls behind early, 3-0 here. Again, I think one of the really important things about that first inning is establishing your umpire strike zone and going ahead and making the appropriate adjustments.
Yep. Red light there for Mudgett. He takes strike one, so 3 balls and 1 strike. And, I talked to Coach Robbie about that before today's game, as this one is going to be roped into right field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Mudgett's going to turn second. The throw will be cut off, and it's a leadoff double for the Red Raiders.
Really a nice piece of hitting there by Mudgett going ahead and sticking with that, going ahead and taking that ball to right field, took an outside pitch and just kind of drove with it.
Yeah, he, like you said, he got ahead in the count and was able to kind of command Jerschley in that way, or at least able to pick his pitch that he wanted. And base runner aboard for the Red Raiders brings up the pitcher, Caleb Gooden. Fouled off of the lid there of Gavin Obremski, and Sam Zier says, "You okay?" Gavin says, "Yeah, I'm fine there, Blue." And Blue's going to dust off the plate anyway. So I was talking to Coach Robbie before the game, and one of the things you think about in a playoff game like this, Paul, is these early inning situations where you're a little nervous. You got the butterflies going, and can a team take advantage of another team being a little bit nervous? We'll see what the Red Raiders can do here with an early base runner here with no outs in the first inning.
Yeah, I always think there's probably 3 really big moments in a baseball game, honestly. That first inning for both teams until you get settled in. The first time that a run scored, because you get that a little bit of momentum of who gets out early. And then obviously you kind of get to the end where you have that question about, do you stick with your pitcher or do you run out of innings? Have a ball hit to the shortstop, thrown out at first base on a very nice stretch over there by Stoffel.
Yep, Stoffel collects it from Grod for out number 1, so they get the out, and with the ball hit to that side, Mudgett stays on the bag at second, does not want to run in front of the ball or the throw for that matter.
6-3 on the putout, and we've got 1 out, and that brings Tanner Robbie to the plate.
Okay, second baseman for Coach Robbie is Tanner. Get the camera situated there so we see the pitcher and the catcher. We'd be good to go. Hard fastball up in the zone from Jerschley, and then I'll tell you, that was pretty exciting there for Mr. Obremski behind the plate, nearly threw it into center field.
Again, the concept of going ahead and just composing yourself from a nerve standpoint is an interesting one.
Jerschley tries something a little bit low, so again, whoa, we got a party up here. Look at all these guys sitting behind us. Holy man.
Jason, I often wondered, I said, your pitcher is on a pitch count. I said, why is your catcher on the throwback not on a pitch count there as well?
There could be something to be said about that. When fouled back. And so we take a look at Mudgett's at-bat. He gets ahead early, 3 balls, no strikes, and is able to turn that around into his favor, get a nice pitch he wanted, drive it into right field. Now on the opposite end of that, Jerschley is ahead of Robbie here, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And one of the things you can already see with an ace on the mound like Jerschley is he's already made the adjustment to the umpire zone, and he's really starting to settle himself in.
And curveball has him looking for out number 2.
Really a nice pitch and adjustment there. And again, you can see the importance of getting ahead in the hitter. Jerschley, to his credit, not going ahead and getting rattled by that leadoff double, just goes ahead and does his work.
Yeah, I think maybe he would admit, maybe it went through his head that, I didn't have that first at-bat sequence that I wanted, and now we're just going to zero in on what's going on. And what's going to go on here is Aiden Gardner, cleanup hitter, coming up. And those of you that have listened to a lot of our broadcasts, which I'm sure most have, Catcher with 2 outs coming up does not fare well across the state of Wisconsin, Paul, because they've got their shin guards on in the on-deck circle, and they're worried about getting the shin guards off and coming up here, and I don't want to make the last out, but if I do, I got to get back in real quick and get my equipment on, and they forget that they need to hit the ball while they're up there.
It's one of those deals where, especially at this particular level, it's nice when you can get the courtesy runner and somebody gets on base, but unfortunately, you have to have that backup catcher set to go in order to get your pitcher warmed up.
Yeah, and the catcher, in this case Gardner, doesn't want to have that happen. He'd rather get on base. It took a mighty hack at the high heat from Jerschley on the last pitch. That one misses away. So 2 balls and a strike.
Looks like the wind is kind of blowing a little bit in from center field. So, you get a little bit of a breeze coming in the box.
And very nice block there by Obremski. Yeah, you take a look around, 305 to straightaway right, 350 to straightaway center, and you've probably got a better look at the left field foul pole than I do. But essentially, minimum regulation around all around the fence here in Mosinee.
Yep. Again, looks like 335 out the left.
Okay. So foul back. That'll run the count full here to the cleanup hitter catcher, Aiden Gardner.
I really like what Jerschley's done in this particular at-bat here, where he's worked him low, seeing if he could get Gardner to go ahead and chase a pitch. Gardner has had a good selection. Really a nice battle here, full count. Feels like a big pitch in the game.
Yeah, this one will be rolled over to the coach's box up the first base side. Nice pick. Backhanded pick down there by Coach.
I'll tell you what, he's got a family. I can't believe he's putting his body out there like that. That's, that thing's humming down there.
He'll learn. So we get full count version 2.0 here with 2 outs in the inning. The leadoff hitter Mudgett double. He stands at second. This will be rolled over towards first. Jerschley over to cover the bag and does. And that will bring the inning to an end here for the Red Raiders. They get a promising start to it with a leadoff base runner. Leave Mudgett stranded at second. It'll be the Mosinee Indians coming up when we come back in the bottom of the first right here on Zaleski Sports.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service, keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com. When the last thing you need to happen.
First things first with Midstate Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Midstate Technical College.
All right, back we come to Mosinee in this regional final. Medford not able to bring Mudgett in after a leadoff double and heads to the field. Again, Caleb Gooden pitching for the Red Raiders. For Mosinee, Keegan Jerschley, Taylor Limansky, and Davin Stoffel to get things loaded up and get us led off. And there I talked about Aiden Gardner and making what turned out to be that third out. I'm telling you, Paul, the catchers across the state of Wisconsin in those scenarios bat under 100. We know this as a fact, or as close to a fact as we can get. And now we get Gardner coming back out. He needed all that time during the commercial break to get the shin guards back on. And I feel sorry for the catchers.
Jason, I want to make sure that we point that out, because sometimes when you're watching it, at home on your computer, you don't understand that for a high school team, that's a really nice, important play. Stoffel fielded that ball pretty deep over in the hole. Jerschley did a great job hustling to the bag. That's executed very well. A lot of times you see that's a missed timing play, even at the major league level. That was really a sweet play, and something that important early, keeps a run off the board. Yeah. Very well done.
So Keegan Jerschley, bit of a miniature hero on the mound in that first inning after giving up that leadoff base hit, will step to the plate first for Mosinee here tonight.
One of the questions that I think is always kind of an interesting deal with a grass field like this is, do you see somebody that tries to lay down a bunt early? just to go ahead and get a start with it. There's a ground ball to the shortstop.
Oh, what a play there by the shortstop, Logan Baumgartner, and an equally good stretch by Brigham Kelly for the first out of the inning. That toe was coming off the bag from Kelly, and Coach,
Number 7, Taylor Limansky.
you see his backside here, but that looks like Coach Olson. He's going to go out and ask, and what he's going to do here is he's going to ask Mr. Milner out on the bases to check with Mr. Zier at home plate and see if he had a better look at it, because the toe was coming off the bag as that play happened. Paul, bang, bang play.
So as a veteran official, we always like this. As part of our pregame speech, we always go ahead and encourage our coaches to come out and ask. As an official or as an umpire in this case, you really just want to get the call right. Yep. So to the crew's credit, they're going to go ahead and get together. They're going to say, hey, did he stay on the base? What do you have? And again, just so you're aware at home, the only thing that you can appeal here is did he stay on the base or did he not? You cannot question the judgment of safe or out, but you can ask your partner, did he stay on the base or did he come off?
So the question was asked, and the answer is affirmed. He is out at first. Very close play, and I'll tell you, I don't know that anybody had a better look out there than Mr. Milner. He was only about 10 feet away from that action in the right spot. That brings up the right fielder, Taylor Limansky.
Yeah, I mean, again, those are the bang-bang plays that we kind of talked about, Jason, in terms of what are the plays that are going to be made defensively and what are the plays that are not.
Yeah.
Again, great positioning by the umpires. Credit for them going ahead and talking about it moving forward. Well done, boys.
Yep, mark that one down as a play made for Medford here in the bottom of the first inning. And first pitch swing by Jerschley, too, all in that same breath as that one's fouled back. That'll bring up 1 ball, 2 strikes to the right fielder, Limansky. Yeah, we have got a absolute party up here. We got about 20 up here, and yet somehow nobody's brought us a hot dog.
I was just saying, no hot dog. I've heard that there's really outstanding concessions down there, but no love whatsoever for the broadcast guys.
We'll reel that back in a little bit. The best hot dogs in the GNC are in Mosinee.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah,
I
do not smell a burger burning on the grill, and that is, for me, a disappointment.
I do know that I brought some popcorn that I was willing to share earlier, but Karen up here in the booth actually just went ahead and
Karen was angry that you wanted to share the popcorn with her. Full count pitch here coming from Gooden to Limansky. Fouled into the parking lot. And you notice maybe when you got here, Paul, too, right? The first 5 rows or so unoccupied out there in the parking lot.
Yeah, I just probably a smart move for those of you that value your windshield and your vehicle to not be dented.
Your door, yeah.
One of the interesting things here, Jason, obviously with the pitch counts and the pitch limits, is to see how many quality long-term at-bats that you end up getting. And again, not only does a walk hurt early on, but now that's a lot of pitches that has gone into that particular walk. So a good patient approach.
Yeah, walk there issued to the right fielder Limansky. That brings up the first baseman, Davin Stoffel, who in part helped make that really nice play that ended the Medford first inning. Now Stoffel comes up, and I reminded the audience last time I was here, which actually was the last time they played Medford. We've been here in between them, it's just not me. Is I don't know if Davin Stoffel knows this, but you cannot dunk a baseball. So, yeah, prolific dunker on the basketball team, but you can't do such things with the baseball. So I'm not sure if he's out of sorts here or not.
Actually, I believe Devin has recently picked up an offer to South Dakota for football as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Super.
So obviously a multi-sport athlete, pretty talented young man, which is nice.
Junior? Yeah, so junior heading into a senior season next year. But for now, a junior on this baseball diamond. Hits this one sky high and into the parking lot.
Junior in year, or junior as in like there's a miniature version of him somewhere?
There could be. I don't know anything about that.
Junior mints are very refreshing on a side note.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Going back to the concessions in case just as a... Got a nice lead off of first base. I was just going to make that comment to see if Gooden was going to go over and take a look at it, because he definitely, Limansky has increased that lead, trying to get his attention, which is interesting.
Okay, so he gets chased back to first, and the pitch comes in and misses, much to the relief of Mr. Stoffel. He thought he might have got rung up there.
You know, one of the values of getting that pitcher's attention is trying to go ahead and take his attention off the hitter, off the plate. Maybe you miss a spot just a little bit.
That one ripped foul. Adam Olsen doesn't even try to make a play on that.
I was just going to say, he's got my range over there, which is anything that's outside of a step to the general vicinity, probably not getting to.
I think his pointer finger might have went out like that. That was it.
Again, Jason, you've got another really long at-bat here. It's something in a close game when you want to try to keep your ace on the mound. Those first couple innings really make a big difference of how late he's going to be able to go.
2-2 pitch and gets him looking as Stoffel watches that pitch hit the outside corner for out number 2.
Up to bat number 5, Tanner Unerdl.
So Tanner Unerdl now will come in and...
So it's going to be interesting here now, Jason, with 2 outs. Does Coach go ahead and get aggressive and try to swipe a base, put a runner in scoring position?
Well, you got your cleanup hitter here. Probably not, but it's been an option here the last couple at-bats. Our last at-bat now into this one anyway is a ball there, misses outside from Gooden. A little bit long look back at Limansky. Gooden will fire home. Curveball comes in for a strike. Curveball or a changeup. Tough to see from the side angle sometimes, but off-speed pitch nonetheless, and a nice one from Gooden.
1-1 the count here. Wind actually has appeared to switch a little bit. Snap throw to first base, and he got him leading. Caught him leading.
That has been building that whole transaction out there. That whole time that Limansky's been standing at first, that had been a factor, something that had been in the works. And Gooden with the pickoff brings the Mosinee half to an end. We've played one, no score on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no, one-man band. Just follow your dreams, keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
As we return to Mosinee, a couple of hot dogs have appeared from over our shoulder. See, you talk nice about somebody, Paul, and it always works out in the end.
Pretty high quality first inning. So scoreless baseball, top of the second here. Again, I think, the nice little pickoff play is another example of a nice, important play there because it saves pitches, helps go ahead and shorten that game for the pitcher, if you're trying to keep your ace around.
Logan Baumgartner now, Braxton Weissmiller, and Parker Listner all due up for Medford. And the first pitch there, Baumgartner fouled that one off the inside of his shin. Not a good feeling.
I would say that there's probably more enjoyable experiences in life than the old ball off the shin.
Yeah.
I'm just floating it out there just in the world of what it's worth.
Well, I mean, the worst one is the catcher there, and you get the tweener. That's the worst kind.
Yeah, that, or I'll tell you as an umpire, one of the other ones that's always a challenge. That's always a challenge is when you go ahead and the catcher misses the ball and you get it directly off the face mask. That's a kind of wake you up moment.
Baumgartner found that juicy tater there right at his eye level and his bat was at his eyebrows coming through there, but he likes the high heat. See if Jerschley comes back with it on the 1-2. As
somebody that swung at many high fastballs, it just looks so good up there.
Well, he did come back with the high heat, and that one was too tall for even Mr. Logan Baumgartner. Too tall. Add too tall, Jones. Yeah, there you go. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Jerschley may have found himself a rhythm here, Paul. He's got the strikeout there. His second, I believe, of the contest.
Yep, second of the contest. And again, I think one of the things that's really nice here is that He's working very well with the umpire. They've established a zone. It's an important thing for both a catcher, a pitcher, and an umpire. Getting through that first inning, establishing a zone is really important.
This one is going to be bounced over towards third. And throw across is high, and Stoffel able to keep his foot on the bag as the throw came over from Unerdal just a little bit high, but that's why you put a giraffe over there at first base to pull that ball down.
I mean, Stoffel's got to be, 7, 8, 9 feet tall
at
over
least,
there? At least from this vantage. Actually,
look
he's probably about 6'5", actually, and probably just all the length of his frame there.
Look at him next to Charlie Milliner out there, and that's he looks about 9 feet tall.
That's why I said he looks like he's about 9 feet tall. It's
Parker Listener now for the Red Raiders with 2 outs.
Heck of a play by the third baseman there to go ahead and pick that throw clean across there as well. So 2 up, 2 down right away here in a very fast-moving top of the second.
This one is hit on the diamond. Jerschley calls for it, and he'll actually range over into foul ground right in front of the Medford dugout and pick the ball out of his glove. Holds it up for all to see as the third out is recorded. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Medford. It's still no score in the books. Mosinee coming up when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Bottom of the second, just about to be underway. Had a runner picked off a first to end the first, so we'll start where we ended that first inning with third baseman Tanner Unerdal at the plate.
You know, Jason, depending upon how this game finishes up, you might see that last grab to end the inning by Jerschley in the highlight house there. You know, he went ahead and grabbed it, picked it clean, had a little bit of fun with the crowd, which is pretty nice little play. One of those deals where, quote Major League, when he came back to the dugout, he says, "Nice play. Please don't ever do that again."
Yeah,
so.
Right. Well, you mentioned in the pregame, defense in a pitching battle like we have upon us, the defense could run the day here, and we've had a couple of plays on either side that we may want to remember as we trudge forward in this contest.
Again, back to the point, I just the coach and the umpire in me just goes ahead and wants to just point it out. The quick inning with a short amount of pitches is so important in terms of being able, when we get to that 6th, 7th inning, you think you're going to have a close contest. You want to stick with your ace as long as you can. It probably gives you your best defensive lineup behind. Mm-hmm. Lots of moving pieces when you got to switch that pitcher.
3-2 full count here. This one has been ripped. Oh, it can't quite make the grab down there.
So again, we've got battling differentiating opinions here. The third base box down here is taking a look and kind of go, no, I'm not feeling that. The first base coach might
Coach
actually
Olsen,
dive after one.
Coach Shoup down there at first, I believe. No? Who is that? Well, that's Jerschley. Okay, well, yeah, Jerschley's going to put himself in front of any ball that comes his way. That's just how he rolls down there. Coach Jeremy Jerschley down there. You might even see one take it off the abdomen the way he rolls. So a walk issued to Unerdal, and the catcher now, Gavin Obremski. So now, Paul, you've got the catcher coming up, but not with 2 outs. So he had nothing to worry about with the shin guards and getting back to the dugout. As a matter of fact, he was guaranteed in that bat this inning. Whole different scenario now with a runner on first.
Interesting that's the second walk issued of the game so far by Gooden. So one of those deals where we talk about the need to go ahead and adjust to the umpire zone and to find that rhythm. Again, the 2 early walks causing a few extra pitches. We'll see if Mosinee's a little bit more cautious on the base pass.
Big swing and a miss there from Obremski. Again, other games on the network right now. Let's get back to those here. I had them all. I should probably have them memorized, you might think, but I don't, because we just do too many, Paul. That's the problem, really.
You know, as you look for them again, Jason, if you are going to go ahead and grab that second device or your second phone or what have you, how much is it to go ahead and view that second game on the phone?
It's $0.
$0, okay. So you can watch both games at the same time for $0. In fact, if you want to watch all 4 games at the same time, you can go ahead and view it for that same price.
It's either $0 or we'll charge you triple for it, which is still $0. Shiocton at Amherst, Wittenberg, Burnhamwood at Stratford. Edgar at Columbus Catholic. I'm going to take a look at the Edgar Columbus Catholic score and find out that they are tied at 1 in the top of the 3rd inning. The other scores you can find out for yourself just by going to ZaleskiSports.com. Click the game that you like.
It's one of those deals. If you do happen to go click the other games, I would definitely go ahead and keep this audio on and just keep that
get a second
in the
device.
there,
Just get a second device. Steal your spouses or whatever. 0-2 pitch is spoiled down to center, but it's going to be caught out there. Nice play in center field.
Up to bat, number 3, Trevor Garski.
So Steve Robbie coming in, making a nice catch out there in center, and that'll bring up Trevor Garski.
So 1 down, again, nice piece of base running there.
Hold on here, we got a rundown. It was a missed bunt, and that is going to equal an out on the bases as Garski hit a bunt and moved the runner over, and Garski not able to make contact on the bunt, and there are 2 outs now in the inning.
You know, Jason, we talked about at the beginning of the game, in a ball game like this, what is something that would take it, that could be a potential factor? Well, you talk about defense. Well, again, one of the other early stories in this game is Mosinee gets a runner picked off of first base in the first inning. Mm-hmm. Now we have a missed bunt attempt and essentially another runner picked off of base here in the second.
Well, base runners equal runs, and they are -2 on the base paths are the Indians here through 1 2/3. This one is rip foul. I don't know quite the equation to baseball. The football coach Bill Parcells said that every 100 yards in the stat book should equal a touchdown. So there is likely some sort of mathematical equation for that in baseball, and it directly relates to base runners, no doubt about that. And base runners lost, and
I just think in a game like this where, the base runs are going to be at a premium, it's one of those deals as we get a great single up the middle. Again, those may be the 2 hardest hit balls we've seen of the day so far.
Up to bat, number 2, Drake Grod.
But now instead of runners on first and second with 1 out, you have a runner on first, 2 outs, with Grod coming up to the base. So, I mean, again, one of those deals where we'll see if that comes back to bite Mosinee or not. But, again, and that might be also our first base hit of the game, if I'm not mistaken, Jason.
Well, you've got the scorebook. You'll be the first to know as it's swung through by Grod here to start.
Nope.
Dorn, sorry. Trenton.
That is Mosinee's first hit of the game. So that third runner, 2 walks in a base hit. And, of course, Seth Mudgett went ahead and let us off with a double for Medford. So both teams
that one is going to get up through the middle. And back-to-back base hits now for the Indians with 2 outs.
So, again, always tough to go ahead and say, does one affect the other? But that's potentially that's potentially a run on the board had that runner been on second. So it's going to be interesting to see how this inning plays out here.
Okay, we get towards the bottom of the order now. 8-hitter Trenton Dorn coming up. The DH, though, as he bats for Garrett Shoup. But runner in scoring position for the first time for Trenton Dorn. Yeah, batting for Garrett Shoup. Yep.
Okay.
And time is called on the field, and as it is, it's going to give me a moment here, I believe, to talk to you about Fleet Farm. Let's check out some good things going on at your local Fleet Farm store.
Always exciting to hear about the Man's Mall. If it's not at Fleet Farm, it's just not worth having.
I'm going to see where I put those. I got them here somewhere.
In the meantime, I can tell you that Wittenberg and Stratford over on the Family Network is in the top of the third, tied at 0-0.
Fleet Farm, if you're looking for lawn and garden supplies, head on over to Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm has grass seed, fertilizers, mowers, power equipment, and more in one easy stop. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. So 1-1 here to the DH Dorn.
I love to go to Fleet Farm and grab those little bags of cashews that they kind of have. Just always a family-sized bag. Nuts love nuts. That's all I can say.
This time of year, sunflower seed's a big deal. Although, don't spit them on the steps coming up to the press box, I was told.
They're this public service announcement, apparently sunflower seeds are a health hazard, so just want to be careful.
Well, they are if you swallow them, I think. That one is high and away, and Dorn leaves it alone. 3 balls and a strike now. And we'll see what Dorn wants to do here with this 3-1 pitch from Gooden. One option is to let it go by, and he does, and it's a 2-out walk that loads the bases for the Indians.
Jason, when you had a chance to speak with Coach Robbie before the game, there was some concern that perhaps his pitcher had too long of a layoff, and how sharp would he be? And I think that some of that concern you can already see pretty early here in the ballgame. We've not seen a whole lot of pinpoint control, as now you've got an interesting situation. You got bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the second. We talked about one of the big momentum swings is who can get on the board first. Golden opportunity here for Mosinee, as the number 9 hitter now comes up, Eli Milan.
Milan comes up. And he's got a shot here to be, that 9-batter hero. And everybody knows, right, in the batting order, you're putting them in order of skill and probability of getting a hit. And so here we are at the last one. But still, you're in the batting order and a chance to give your team a lead here in a regional final championship.
Well, our very own Dan Ross was a number 9 hitter, and he likes to tell me that that's a second leadoff spot. So I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, it can be because you've got that responsibility, if you want to look at it like that, to turn the lineup over and get on base, and then let the top of the order move you around the bases. So Milan's got all that opportunity. Medford's still got the opportunity to shut this down right now, and it'll be 2 balls, no strikes, I believe is our count. Yep, there it is. Sam Zier says 2-0.
Thank you, Sam. That's why you trust Sam and not Karen. It's no question about it. So
foul tip into the mitts for strike 1. But so we talked about some of those defensive moments, Paul. Here is an offensive moment that has a chance to set the tone for the game. And back-to-back strikes pumped in by Gooden. Evens count at 2 apiece.
I really like Gooden's approach here. One of those deals after falling behind 2-0, he's just decided it's time to go get him, make him put the ball in play.
And strike 3. Myland watches that one catch the outside corner. And 3 are stranded for the Indians. And there will be no offensive look back here. It's all defense for Medford here in the second inning. 2 complete. Still scoreless here on Zaleski Sports.
Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
Coming back to Mosinee to start inning number 3. Paul Jaglinski to my right. I'm Jason Zaleski, and we've got Max Dietzman leading off for the Medford Red Raiders as both teams search for their first run of the game.
So again, you've got 8-9-1 here for Jersley. So again, we'll get the opportunity at the top of the inning to go ahead and get back through the lineup the second time around through. We'll see what type of adjustments are made.
Yeah, Jersley is kind of settled in though. He gave up that double to start the game and been pretty efficient since then. Gooden, we don't have pitch totals up here. I might be able to find them. But Gooden certainly has thrown more pitches than Jerschley.
You need water?
Oh, look at that. Water delivery. Perfect, perfect. That'll help wash down that hot dog. Thank you so much, Casey.
Thank you, Casey. I appreciate it.
Was he going to open that for you?
He saw it was me and was trying to take it away.
Yeah.
It's one of those deals. As we've got to go ahead and a fly ball.
Oh, what a catch there by shortstop Drake Grode, ranging into the outfield and brings it in for out number 1. What a catch by Grode.
Tell you what, that's a really nice play. Good range, kind of drifting back.
Grod, sorry.
Yep.
Jeepers, criminy. It's a 50-50 in my brain, and I can never spit out the right one.
Well, again, he's a recent grad, so it's all good. Well, I'm not sure. Is he a senior?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? So he is a recent grad, so it's all good.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dad jokes are bad tonight.
They don't get any better than that, folks. My apologies in advance.
At the eyes to start the at-bat here for Brigham Kelly, 9-hitter for the Red Raiders.
9-hitter in the first baseman.
Yeah. Chops this one foul in the box. So I'm going to try to dial up some pitch counts here. I may just know exactly where to look. I know some things. It seems like the important things I don't know, but it's always the other nonsense that I'm able to figure out.
But I'll tell you, one of the things that's interesting when you look at Medford or at Mosinee's defensive alignment is how deep their third baseman, their infielders are playing. I mean, way back off the grass. With a typical 9-hitter, you're always concerned about maybe laying down the bunt or an opportunity to go ahead and push one kind of short. But that is definitely not a strategy that Mosinee seems to be too concerned about right now.
No, they have seen Kelly a few times this year and have not figured him to be a bunter here, and swings through that one. Count even at 2 apiece.
Jerschley looking for his third strikeout of the day here. Also in danger of walking his first batter, so we'll see on what ends up happening with it. Feels like, again, another big pitch as top of the order looms.
Full count to the 9-hitter Kelly, and fights that one off. We'll live to see another pitch in this at-bat. Good effort here by Kelly with an out on the board. Here's the full count pitch again. Another one fouled off by Kelly.
Good at bat here for Kelly. As the 9-hitter, you want to go ahead and make sure that you're working the count. You're given an opportunity to go ahead and work that pitcher. Doing a nice job here. Let's see if you can battle and get on base.
And strike 3 called on the corner. Jerschley gets his third strikeout today.
So 2 away, and that brings us up the right fielder, Seth Mudgett, who in the first inning led us off with a great double down the right field line.
Yeah, he really worked his at-bat well. Started on a 3-0 and then took the 3-1 pitch into right field. Fouls off the first one here in this second at-bat.
So we talked about alignment. Now all of a sudden, as you see our third baseman going ahead and really working himself in for Mosinee.
Yeah, left-handed batter, they don't figure that Mudgett can go the other way with it, so they're going to tease him and test him over there. This one hit high in the outfield, playable in center field, and coming in making the catch is Trevor Garski for the final out here in the inning. So a quick 1-2-3 effort for the Mosinee Indians, and that'll bring Mosinee to bat. Bottom of the third inning coming up when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
The difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Bottom of the third inning here in Mosinee. Jason Zaleski alongside Paul Jaglinski. And Gorski's just down the street. Showed you that Gorski's 30-second commercial a little bit earlier. And great time to be at Gorski's this time of the year, Paul. They got the outdoor seating out back, and the weather is just perfect for that type of thing. And get down to get down to Gorski's and have yourself a good time at appetizers, meals, entrees, fish fry coming up on Friday night. The whole works over at Gorski's, and they've got the game on over there. So if you're at home right now and you're like, you know what, I'm kind of in the mood to grab a little bite to eat, but I don't want to miss the game, in between innings, just drive to Gorski's, you'll be set to go.
Grab yourself a burger, go ahead and watch the game, listen to Jason and I go ahead and broadcast through. Sounds like a great evening. Perhaps enjoy an adult beverage?
Yeah, an adult water down there, as I like to call them. Top of the order in the third here for Mosinee. Again, they left 3 stranded in the bottom of the second inning, plus they've had 2 base runners erased, so they turn the lineup over in the second and bat from the top here in the third.
Yeah, so it's always interesting, second time through the lineup, what type of adjustments do you make? As we've got a ball hit towards the third baseman that he's just not able to come off with it. So he talked about initially, Jason, the difference between playing off of grass and dirt and where that takes a look at it. That's a spot where that ball takes a very interesting hop coming off the grass. If you're not used to that, that can definitely be a challenge.
Back in the olden days, they called that a seeing eye single.
We're definitely calling that a single according to the Zaleski official scorebook.
Sure. Oh, it's a single for sure. So that brings up Taylor Limansky, the right fielder. And Mosinee, base runner aboard here and looking to work something here. Somebody's going to have to score eventually, Paul, to bring a conclusion to our game.
Coach Pultz and I always have this argument. He always says that defense wins championships, but I'm telling you don't win a lot of games 0-0. So
you're not going to win anything, scoring none. There's going to be scoring in this game. I would bet to see both teams cross the plate here at some point, but it's been a good defensive performance for both teams. Jersley for Mosinee has begun to pick it up from the mound. Medford helping out Gooden, who has racked up some pitches. I'm not able to get the pitch count, but I'll keep working on it.
So Jersley really is finding himself quite far off the base. His first base coach just kind of came in to have the conversation with him, which might be just kind of dialing that back just a little bit.
Which happens to be Dad over there, as it turns out, as the bunt from Limansky goes foul. Yeah, Dad says, I'm going to talk to you about that son at home. How's that sound?
Yeah, I think that's, having had that conversation with Jordan once or twice before, that's always an interesting car ride home conversation. So,
what do we have here? 2 balls, 1 strike to the right fielder, Limansky. Hey, there we go. Now I'm logged in. Let's see if somebody, probably Coach Shoup there, see if he's got the iPad working down below us. That one's bunted foul for strike 2. And 48 pitches now for Caleb Gooden, so he's halfway to the limit here in the third inning with nobody out.
Yeah, again, we talked about it before, those long at-bats, if you're trying to get the other team's ace off of it, is such an important strategy. And honestly, I think it's one of those strategic points as a high school coach, as a game manager that you really have to start thinking about.
Yeah, you may have told your guys coming into this one, let's work the count. Let's get deep in the count and see what happens. And here we are, as deep as you can be. It's a full count pitch coming up from Gooden to Limansky right now.
Be curious to see if Coach opts to send the runner on a 3-2 count. Obviously, no outs. He doesn't have to go, but be curious to see if he decides to take advantage or not.
Yeah, and he doesn't. And the complicating factor there is that's also your starting pitcher. So do you want him sliding into second? All those thoughts go through. I'm not saying one answer is right or wrong, but that's part of the process.
And actually, quite a few times you end up going ahead and seeing a courtesy runner for the pitcher and the catcher in high school baseball as well. So.
Yeah, but he's got so much speed out there. It's very complicated with Mr. Keegan Jersley. It really is. This one is going to be hit right to short. The throwback over, double play for the Red Raiders.
One heck of a play by Baumgartner as he went ahead and grabbed that, had the awareness to see that Jersley had, we talked about the fact that he was starting to go ahead and get that lead off. He had a nice break. And unfortunately, just got himself picked off in a nice double play.
Yeah, it's just nothing you can do about that as a base runner sometimes. It was hit right at him. And 2 outs, so another base runner erased. The third of the game for Mosinee. And that brings up Davin Stoffel. Stoffel right back up the middle, right over the head of Caleb Gooden. And a 2-out base runner now for the Indians. I didn't even have time to adjust the base runner on the scoreboard. And I didn't have to, I guess.
You know, Jason, I hate to go ahead and kind of sound like a broken record, but it felt like that second inning there was a missed opportunity for Mosinee with the base running error. You had the runner picked off at first. Now you have, this particular inning. It feels like Mosinee really has had enough hits that they could be up 2-3 runs in this particular ball game.
Yeah, but Medford's quality defense has kept them at a 0. And now the third baseman, Tanner Unertle. Unertle first pitch swinging. And, that one went right off the leg of Aiden Gardner behind the plate. So Mr. Zier is going to come out and wipe off the plate and give Gardner a little bit of time to stretch out his leg. He gives him the thumbs up, but those are stingers coming through like that.
Yeah, again, as an umpire, you really want to try to work with your catcher. You guys are pretty much on the same team back there in terms of from time to time. So,
the pain team.
That opportunity to go ahead and just give a second to make sure that it's okay is a good thing.
No balls, 1 strike the count coming home, and this will be rolled over towards first. A stab at it by Kelly, and that'll bring the inning to an end. Another nice defensive play for the Red Raiders, and this one comes as the final out in the third inning. So a couple of base runners for Mosinee. No runs across. We have played 3 complete. Still looking for our first run on Zaleski Sports.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer. Top of the fourth inning here in Mosinee's scoreless, but that is not the case across the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network here tonight. Columbus leads Edgar 2-1. That game in the bottom of the fourth inning. Stratford 1-0 over Wittenberg. Burnhamwood, Paul, that was in the first inning, did you say?
That was in the bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third inning, okay. And Amherst leads Shiocton
8-3.
8-3.
And that looked like that was in the fourth inning.
Yep, they started a little bit before us. Those are the 4 games that we have live for you tonight. We've also got highlights of Pittsville and Iola. I'll tell you a score update on that as we make sure we get Caleb Gooden some recognition here as the pitcher for the Red Raiders is batting.
Just again, an absolutely picture-perfect night here at Mosinee Stadium here for those that are potentially in town looking to go ahead and come out or listen to us here. But again, just a beautiful night for baseball and 2 teams that so far through the first 3 innings have continued to be evenly matched. We talked about at the beginning of the broadcast that they're through 2 games on the year it was 6-6, and now through 3 innings of this game still 0-0. So
we're still 6-6.
Definitely the battle that we were thinking that we were hoping to expect.
Jersley tries the inside a little bit too far, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pittsville leads Iola 5-2. Highlights of that game later tonight on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. Here's the 2-2 from Jersley, fouled into the hockey rink behind us. Look out over there. May have been near that porta potty.
It's definitely the case.
It could doink off the top of the rental. Here, the 2-2 here in this one. There we go. Fouled right at the folks here from Medford. There's what you get for coming to Mosinee.
In the world of what it's worth, I'm not a terrifically big hockey understanding or hockey follower.
Okay.
But 8-6 last night, Colorado versus Edmonton was a lot of fun to watch. It was
amazing.
You know
more than I do then. I've tuned out of the NHL. I'm a big fan of high school and college hockey.
14 goals in a NHL playoff game seems like it's you get my attention if that's the case.
The 2-2 again from Jersley. Off-speed pitch is driven into left center field. That's going to get down. A diving stab is not there. Turning for second is Gooden, and a stand-up double for Medford here to start the fourth inning.
Nice little shot out there. Again, our left fielder.
Eli Myland out there gave it all he had.
heck of an effort, but unfortunately was not able to come up with it, and we got a leadoff double in the top of the 4th inning here for Medford.
Okay, we had that in the 1st inning. Mosinee and Keegan Jersley were able to clamp down after that. Here's the cleanup hitter. Here's the 3-hitter, Tanner Robbie. So Medford looking to put a straight number, maybe even a crooked number up on the scoreboard here in the 4th as the bunt is shown. It's hit off the handle or perhaps off the hand of Robbie, and a foul ball.
Whatever it is, you can see that he's going ahead and shaking him a little bit. So at a minimum, it had a little bit of a sting to the bat. So
see if he puts the bunt down again here on the 0-1 from Jersley. And yes, they want to get that runner over to 3rd. And again, that's Caleb Gooden standing down at 2nd, but that pitch unbuntable, and 1-1 the count.
You know, Jason, I do like the strategy of trying to advance that runner to 3rd. I think in a game like this where runs are at such a premium, I think anything to put them in scoring position, with a 3rd base is a big thing.
All right, here it is. Bunt shown again from Robbie, and gets that one down.
Might be
it's going to be a good bunt as Jersley fires to 1st in time.
That is one heck of a play by Jersley. Coming off of the mound, going ahead and sliding to a knee, making a cross diamond throw to go ahead and get the runner in a bang-bang play at 1st. Outstanding play by our pitcher.
Oohs and ahs from the crowd all over, and the Mosinee folks were oohing and ahhing as, wow, that was great. And the Medford folks were oohing and ahhing to say, I'm not sure that the throw was there in time.
I'll tell you what, shout out to Tanner and Robbie there for an excellent sacrifice bunt. Advancing the runner, doing exactly what's asked of him. First out of the inning, but now you got a runner at 3rd. Lots of different ways to get that run home.
And one way here is Aiden Gardner, and as the infield comes in, both teams figuring now this is going to be a low-scoring contest, so the infield is on the grass with one out here in the top of the 4th, as anybody looking for a run and something out of the infield here will do it for Gardner and the Red Raiders. And there it is, and it won't stay fair, though. Twisting foul.
Again, Medford doing a nice job going ahead and working that outside pitch, being willing to go ahead and take it down the opposite field line.
Yeah, just stay with it on that outside corner. Now Jersley heading the count, no balls, 2 strikes, and you figure he's going to stay away from Gardner if he can control it.
But the importance of getting that runner to 3rd limits a little bit. You don't want him to work it in the dirt. You got to be careful with that high fastball that you don't put one back off the fence. Again, advancing that runner to 3rd really limits a little bit what you can do on the mound, how aggressive you can be.
Okay, Jersley went high on no balls, 2 strikes. Here it is, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And low, and it's just, Gavin Obremski has done that, Paul, all year long. I know you may not have seen a whole lot of Mosinee baseball, but that the catcher, the backstop, you talk about hockey and those kind of things, you put Gavin Obremski in protect him, or put him in a protecting position with the ball or some sort of object, a puck in front of him. I know he's not the hockey goalie, but has done a fantastic job. He saved a run there with that block.
Absolutely. Again, we talk about defensive plays made or not made. That's one of those that's going to go unnoticed, but it's a huge play in this game.
This one ripped foul down the left field line. That'll get out of play. But Aiden Gardner, you talk about Eli Myland on that double by Gooden, give it all he had in the outfield. Aiden Gardner has given every swing all he has here.
And he's definitely getting his money's worth. There's no question about it.
Here's the 2-2 from Jersley, off-speed pitch and hit to Stoffel, and they've got Gardner now in a rundown, nearly thrown away. Gooden.
Nice pickle.
And the throw is going to come home, and here goes Stoffel. Stoffel will tag him out. And in that interaction, Gardner down to 2nd, but Mosinee executes the rundown with precision.
So again, well executed by both teams there, okay? So first of all, obviously, Stoffel to go ahead and force the pickle, pick that runner off of 3rd base, well done. But even for Medford to make sure that Gardner went ahead and took advantage of getting himself to 2nd base, keeping the runner in scoring position. Again, high-quality execution at the high school level by both teams.
Well,
here.
In that rundown, what you practice and what Mosinee executed there was everybody in the infield is in on the rundown, and so nobody's covering 1st or 2nd. But you want to, obviously, the goal is you got to get that guy out, and they did that. Score update from Pittsville. It's Pittsville 7, Iola Scandinavia 7. As they play in the top of the 5th inning. Iola Scandinavia upset the number 1 seed Pacelli Cardinals yesterday 5-2 and have themselves a shot at a regional final championship, an unlikely one for the T-Birds, but Pittsville trying to, as the 2 seed, bring it home for the Panthers.
Jason, certain programs just have away a certain amount of success in the fundamentals. And both that Pittsville and Iola programs have a lot of history, have some recent history at the state tournament. That's really a nice ball game over there. Curious to see how that turns out.
1 ball, 1 strike, and low for ball 2.
And you can visit ZaleskiSports.com later for highlights of that game.
Highlights of that game will be on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. That's right. So will all of our games, but that one is our 5th game, not live, as it turns out. Logan Baumgartner, who we didn't say, batting here in the top of the 4th inning.
Tell you what, in this particular game, we talked about in the second inning that catch by Stoffel perhaps being a part of the Zaleski Sports Highlights house. But I think that bunt play to first really has changed this particular inning. Again, another outstanding play by Stoffel.
There's the 2-1, saved and blocked down by Obremski. Yeah, I mean, defense has ruled the day here in Mosinee so far through, what do we have here, 3 2/3.
That's like 3 and 66%, right?
Depending on the size of your abacus.
In case Greg Scott is listening, just want to make sure that he gets it out there.
3-1 and misses, and a 2-out walk has been issued to Logan Baumgartner. That'll bring up the left fielder, Braxton Weissmiller.
And with that in line, we've got runners on first and second, 2 outs. I believe that is Jersley's first walk of the day.
Okay, so the walk comes with 2 outs, and Mosinee still with thoughts on getting out of this. And Jersley will step off. But both teams have had base runners, and not an explicit shortage of those, but we are still sitting on zeros an hour into this game.
Yeah, Medford threatened right away in the top of the first inning. Then Jersley settled in. Now again, a leadoff double with a fielder's choice that took him off base here. To take a look at it, we'll see if Medford can force a run here across with 2 outs.
Throw down to first, and they got him, I think. No, safe is going to be the call. Well, the ball beat him there, and Adam Olson jumps out of the dugout right away. Again, they're going to talk about that. This will be the same procedure as before. While they're talking about that, though, Mosinee also had bases loaded, 2 outs, but they had bases loaded in that second inning. So both teams with a lot of opportunities in this game.
So this is an interesting...
they changed the call, Paul. They changed the call.
That's an interesting appeal. We'll talk about that when you come back. Just I want to give you the umpire's perspective on that.
Yeah, well, we will do that. I'll tell you what, on Paul's request, we'll take a short commercial break. Be back right after this on Zaleski Sports. Shoot. Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium, company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. All right, as promised, coming back just a little bit early because Paul would love to, and I would love to have him unpack what we saw there as Medford, that snap throw down from Obremski, and the call was made safe by our base umpire, and they got together and then changed to out. Go ahead, Paul.
So real quickly, as a 15-year umpire, when you've got a 2-man mechanic, the umpire was sitting in the C position when he's on the third base side of the field. If you take a look at it with first and second base, that's where you're looking at, okay? A lot of times that snap back throw to first is a spot where with the 2-person mechanic, your home plate umpire has got a completely different angle at it. He's actually closer to it. And when you've got a slide back play where you're looking at does the ball beat him there? Is the tag on it or not? That look down the home plate line, up the first base line from home plate is the better look at it. So it's one of those deals where as umpires, we want to make sure we get the call right. From the third base, side of it out there, you go ahead and you make what a call where you think that you have with it. Mm-hmm. To his credit, coach came out, asked him, "Can we get together?" He said, "Sure. Let me go ask my partner." Partner came in with definite information, went ahead and overturned the call, and I think they actually got it right, which is most important across the way. But again, you talk about the importance of getting a crew here. To the umpire's credit, he could have gone ahead and said, "No, I'm sticking with my call I have with what I've got, but as the crew, they got together, got it right very well. Very great job by the umpires. Very impressive work there.
So the catcher, Gavin Obremski, ends it with a throw down, and he starts now the fourth inning and is towards the dugout, and will just get behind the Red Raiders dugout and out of play.
You know, how many times do you see that, Jason, where in baseball you make the good defensive play and then you come up and you get the big hit in the following inning?
Well, and that's what so you talk about other sports. It's easy to identify momentum in some of the other sports. It's more difficult in baseball, but this is how you can get it depending on what Obremski can do here with the bat on his shoulders. But that's one way you can. You make the good defensive play coming off the field, and then you start right away with a base runner. In this case, it could be the same guy.
As a coach, both of these coaches have to really be sitting here thinking, and we'll probably think about it in the offseason, whoever is on the wrong end of the stick. There's been some base running, I don't want to call them mistakes, but there's been some base running opportunities that has potentially cost these two teams an opportunity to score.
So it was a line drive caught out by Tanner Robbie at second. Picked that one right off a granule of sand out there, and in the mitt for an out. Didn't need to make the throw, so Obremski will head back to the dugout. That'll bring up the center fielder, Trevor Garski.
One of those deals where coach looks not the DH there. DH for Mosinee, our DH is playing. Our second baseman is hitting for the DH, but that's where I was going to go with that. But
well, it's coming up later.
Wrong.
So it's Garski.
As we get a fly ball hit to shallow right field.
Yep, nice play made out there in right by Seth Mudgett for the second out of the inning. So again, Mosinee a little bit of chance there on a sudden change. It's a football term, but a sudden change and coming up to the plate, not able to find their way in the bases quite yet, and this will be Drake Grodd coming up.
Seth Mudgett having himself a really nice ball game here. He started off the game with a double, playing a good solid right field as we get a flare down the right field line, just landing foul.
Yeah, I like that too. Brigham Kelly chasing after it from a spot at first base also helped the officials by calling that foul. Calls it like he sees him down there.
We did just get a message from Greg Scott, who's over at the Chucks game tonight, who claims that he is partially listening. Don't worry, Greg, I got Karen in line over here, no problems.
That one bounces in from Caleb Gooden. It's probably about time I took a look at pitch counts. We saw that an inning ago.
He'd also like me to know that the 3 2/3 is closer to 67% than it is 66%.
It certainly is, right? 66.66666. Rounding error is what that is. 66 pitches for Caleb Gooden. So he had a more efficient third inning. Now pitching here in the fourth in another efficient effort thus far with 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the shortstop, Drake Grodd. Here it is from Gooden on the 1-2. Outside for a ball.
2 outs here in the inning. You know, this is an important batter for him because, again, you get through this inning, you get a quick inning, now you get yourself back on track coming in the 5th. You know, if you lose this batter, you're going to probably be pushing that 75, maybe even 80 pitches after the inning here. This is an important at-bat for Mosinee as well as for Medford here, just from a pitch count perspective.
So count run full now with 2 outs. Here it is from Gooden. Curveball and a beauty. Freezes Grodd and brings the inning to an end for the Indians. We have played 4 complete in this regional championship game. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Scoreless through 4 on Zaleski Sports. Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Top of the 5th inning here in Mosinee. Zaleski Sports VIPs read my baseball breakdown. I gave almost a prediction. Almost. We don't do predictions here, but they got the full top to bottom on all the 1 seeds, including these Mosinee Indians, and you too can be a Zaleski Sports VIP. Just go to ZaleskiSports.com. Click VIP, and for less than a Starbucks coffee anyway, $5 a month, you're in, and you get all the information as a leadoff base knock here for Braxton Weissmiller, and the Red Raiders start the 5th with a hit.
Nice piece of hitting there to go ahead and control and take it right back up the middle.
Yeah, just patient. Got the bat through the zone. Didn't swing over aggressive, and just did a really quality job there. As Weissmiller will get ran for, and we'll pull up our handy-dandy rosters here and tell you that Miles Searles is going to run out there at first, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Parker Listener. Third at bat for Listener? Second. What do you got there, Paul?
It is going to be Listener's second at bat.
There you go.
He went ahead and he had the fly out to the pitcher that Jersley had to end the second inning.
Yeah, juggling catch. He was showing off in front of the Medford dugout when he made that catch. According to me, anyway. So, Mr. Zier getting his lineup card situated to show Miles Searles running at first. We've already made all those arrangements up here.
Well, again, there's a pretty big crowd out here in Mosinee. We just wanted to make sure, in case there's a talent scout out there, that that he was memorable today. So it's all good.
Get his appropriate dues as the bunt. And again, runs obviously at a premium as we've had none combined. And with nobody out, Coach Robbie has asked Mr. Listener to move Searles over from first to second with the bunt, and likely to see another bunt here with 1 strike.
Again, so it's interesting. It looks like he's trying to get a bunt down towards the first base line based on where it was.
A throw over from Jersley. Score update from Pittsville, and there they go the T-Birds. Bottom of the 5th, Iola Scandinavia 12, Pittsville 7.
You get to smaller schools back-to-back days. Again, that game started off pretty competitive, in terms of low scoring. But now at 12-7, it makes you wonder if you've gotten to that second, third, fourth pitcher.
Fourth pitcher, maybe, yeah. Bunt and pulled back that time by Listener. Didn't like the high heat coming in from Jersley. We'll see another bunt attempt here on the 1-1 coming up.
One of the things I like about Jersley, again, as you take a look at it, he knows the bunt's coming, so he's throwing it high, throwing it low, working it all around, working that run over at first base, keeping him close, doing a really nice job managing a situation.
We had Gooden at 67 pitches, I believe, as he ended the inning. I'll tell you Mr. Jersley's pitch count after this bunt goes foul, and that was number 66 from Jersley. He, though, an inning ahead of Gooden. So both pitchers in fairly decent shape.
So it'll be interesting here with Coach Robbie to see if he decides to go ahead and send the runner. Obviously, now you've got 2 strikes, so you run that risk of bunting. But do you send the runner anyway to try to go ahead and swipe that base?
Searles stays put. Listener swings and fouls it back.
See, they've turned the lights on here at the Ball Diamond.
I think they were on at 3 o'clock, as a matter of fact. Yeah,
well,
just in case.
We're not telling the Mosinee taxpayers that. They'll be a little bit upset. So we're going to say the lights just came on here, Jason.
The 1-2 is low.
I don't want to get our friend Mr. Casey in trouble, so we're just going to go ahead and leave it just the way it is.
And we certainly don't want to. As everybody knows, he was our 2021 Athletic Director of the Year, so we want to keep him in good standing. 2-2 from Jersley. This one is hit into right field, and with a beat on it right away is Limansky, and hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
I'd also like to state for the record, for those of you watching at home, that I'm starting to get the hang of this camera thing.
All
so
right.
For those of you that are that have been patient enough to stick with us, you're starting to see those plays be made, and that's a compliment to me and maybe a detriment to me if you ever think about it.
A training period is always to be expected. Max Dietzman now. And Paul is going to head off to Almond tomorrow night and work some camera, do some color as the Assumption Royals and the, what do we have here, the Blair Taylor, I'm not sure what the Blair Taylors are. The BTs in a sectional final. Winner goes to state in that softball game tomorrow with Steve Maves on the call. Watch it live on Zaleski Sports.
Should be a good one. Blair Taylor ranked 1 in the state, Assumption 2 in the state. I think between the two of them, they've got 2 total losses on the year. Couple common opponents. Should be a good ball game. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Again, winner goes to state there. Got a couple other winner goes to state games tomorrow. We'll tell you about those after this next pitch and throwback from Jersley. It's Spash and Superior and Edgar and Sevastopol. All 3 of those games live on Zaleski Sports tomorrow. softball sectional finals. Winner goes to state.
And Jason, well, what's the subscription or what's the fee again to watch those tomorrow
It's going to be
again?
0 as that one is ripped at somebody's head down there. Hopefully nobody was in the cage.
Again, gang, listening, a big thank you to our sponsors, which allows us at Zaleski Sports to go ahead and bring these contests to you free. Please make sure you're going out, visiting the sponsors, showing your appreciation, mentioning the broadcast.
This one bounced over to second. Shoup will make the play at first for the second out of the inning. The runner, Searles, does advance to second on that action. Yeah, you're right, Paul, as this is Brigham Kelly coming up here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Maybe you're not quite ready, you're not quite in the mood to make that purchase or whatever it might be from one of these sponsors that we've been telling you about. But what we ask of you is they've all got social media accounts, and it's going to take you about 3 seconds to go to their Instagram or their Facebook. And all you do is you say, thanks for Zaleski Sports. People do it all the time. We hear back from them, so that's our request of you today.
It, again, one of those deals where for our friends down at Gorski's having an adult beverage, we appreciate you going down there and watching the ballgame with us today.
As Kelly takes one in the left shoulder, Jersley is going to walk off the mound here and collect his thoughts. That was obviously not the plan for Keegan Jersley. And like he did an inning ago, he puts a runner on via the free pass. This one hit by pitch with 2 outs in the inning. So runners first and second with 2 outs.
Where that one, though, is hurt because now you've hit the 9-hitter, and you're bringing up Seth Mudgett. And we talked about how Seth is having a nice game both not only in the field, but he started off this game with a double, and that double now would go ahead and give Medford the lead.
Well, somehow, some way, today, somebody's going to score a run in this game. And this could be Medford's opportunity here. Jersley ready. Mudgett awaits.
Seth's made good contact in both of his at-bats.
And that one went under the foot of Seth Mudgett and to the backstop. I thought for a moment they may have hit him, but he lifted his front foot just in time. And Coach Robbie is going to ask for a courtesy runner now for his first baseman, Brigham Kelly. So he got his first baseman in a scoring position and then reconsidered his speed. And now with 2 in scoring position, Searles stands at the bag at third. And this will be Ty Metz headed out to second to run as Coach Robbie is going to put all the speed on the bases he can for his leadoff hitter, Seth Mudgett.
And, Jason, I just want to make sure that I correct just in terms of where it goes. That is not a courtesy runner. That's going to be a pinch runner. Well, courtesy runner in the high school level only for the pitchers and catchers. But for those scoring at home and just making sure that from a reentry standpoint, a little bit of a difference there. Just want to make sure that folks at home so we don't get ourselves in trouble.
That's right. I don't want anybody to complain about me. That never happens.
I was just going to say, I know there's a lot of opportunities for folks out there from that regards. As things are happening fast and furious, I know myself, I'm one that will misspeak from time to time, so just making sure we're all on the same page.
2 balls, 1 strike. Mudgett into left field. Going back on it is Myland and makes the catch. And, Paul, once again, the Indians have worked themselves out of a jam. They get out of the 5th. They leave 2 stranded. We move to the 6th inning. Still looking for a run. Anybody has one, let us know. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? Do they make sure that you're comfortable? And that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. My best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Take out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus delivery in Mosinee. Gorski serves food 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. Don't miss Double Bubble in Gorski's Bar Monday through Thursday from 3 to 6. For food and drink specials, plus special events, check Gorski'sWI.com. Gorski's Overton Drive, Mosinee.
Get some Gorski's, get some Gorski's, have some pizza there. Get some Gorski's, get some Gorski's, come and have a Viva Bear. Hey!
All right, back to the Mosinee, bottom of the 5th inning. Still looking for a run. I don't know if that's Wheel of Fortune. You can buy one. I don't know if they let you. WIAA would appreciate that so much, but we're going to need a run to bring an end to the game. But we've got a few innings left. We got the bottom of the 5th now, and this is the DH Trenton Dorn to get the Indians started here in the 5th inning.
Jason, what this makes for is a high drama opportunity in terms of where it goes. We talked about, some of the momentums. Both teams have done a pretty good job of going ahead and settling in. Eventually, someone's going to get that first run on the board. That's going to be a pretty big momentum swing. And what's happening with it now is both pitchers are approaching that 75, 80, 90 pitch range. At some point, we're going to have a pitching switch, and that'll also change the factor a little bit.
One bounced over here to second. Robbie with the pick over to Kelly for out number 1. That was pitch number 71 for Caleb Gooden, so we start to keep a little bit closer eye on the pitch count. But depending on efficiencies, we may get another pitcher for either team. We may not.
Really a nice play by Robbie there to go ahead and stay down on that ball. Came off the grass, hits that dirt, got to stay down on it in terms of where it goes. Came up, made a great throw to first. Well done.
Eli Milan now, and then back to the top of the order with Keegan Jerschley, the pitcher, waiting on deck.
On a serious note, it's a great pitcher's duel, which is exactly what we expected with two very talented.
This is going to go through a window. One bounce, and it took a weird bounce off the blacktop. Saved that nice minivan out there.
I was thinking about a great horse shot might be, because there's a basketball hoop over there. If you could get a bounce off the blacktop, off the bat, kind of takes me back to the old Larry Bird McDonald's commercial days, where it's, I think that'd be a new one for them.
Be a monster home run to left center. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Gooden to Myland, and outside Myland holds off.
Was that Bird and Michael
That was
Jordan?
Bird and Jordan.
That was Bird and Jordan, gotcha. Boy, I'll tell you, if you remember that commercial, you're old like me. My apologies.
Well, I love that commercial.
We've got a whole group of Mosinee students in the box with us, and they're like, who the heck is Larry Bird?
2-2, curveball, misses high for ball 3. Full count now. Yeah, you know what? I don't like McDonald's at all, but that commercial almost made me go there. That's how good the commercial was. Here's the full count coming back. This one hit high, and we'll get over the backstop and out of play right.
I'm not going to lie to you. If I'm
stand.
looking for some excellent chicken tenders, I'm thinking Gorski's personally for
really.
for that versus
cheeseburger, get your soda pop, get your adult water, whatever it might be. There's another full count now coming from Gooden.
For our friends that potentially are stopping by to check us out, maybe a little Scotty's Chicken might be another opportunity for us to go ahead and check out for our Columbus faithful that are listening over in Marshville.
So a 1-out walk is issued to the left fielder, Myland, and now Keegan Jerschley. So, Paul, you've been looking for some base path action. Here's where you might find it. With your 9-hitter aboard, you get the walk, so you kind of think this is a free one in that way, a bonus base runner. And with a contact hitter like Jerschley, the hit and run may just be in order here. And you see, Gooden now maneuvering his defense around to protect against that.
I'll tell you what, the coach in me just is super proud of Eli Myland right now with the item. 9-hitter, works the full count, gets himself on base, gives me an opportunity to go ahead and score. From a coaching perspective, really well done, Eli. Very, very nice.
Runner stays put and high for ball 2, so 2 balls, no strikes now to the leadoff hitter Jerschley. And the other thing, 2 other factors that make that hit and run possible. 1 is the pitch count. 2 is a hittable pitch, and the first 2 have not been. Here's the 2-0 from Gooden, and hit high in the air into shallow left field. Shortstop is Baumgartner, calls everybody off, and makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
One of those deals where it's nice to see Baumgartner go out and take control on that. A lot of times you want your left fielder coming in because they can go ahead and see that pitch when he came in there. But Logan did a nice job, held his ground, called off the spot. Well done.
Yep. So Gooden goes over 80 pitches now.
That's pretty good in efficiency.
Taylor Limansky now the right fielder, so we just skip right past that strike pumped in by Gooden. But for Caleb Gooden and Coach Robbie, and now for the rest of this inning and into the 6th, he's got to be super efficient here, I think. There were some thoughts, in my mind anyway, as this inning began about he may have enough left to make it to the 7th, but the way the 7th has now played out and over 80 pitches, it's going to be a real question mark.
Yep. Again, Mosinee continuing to go ahead and try to win this in a war of attrition. In a 0-0 ball game, I think trying to get to that second
runners
pitcher.
Off and going, and a swing and a miss, and it'll be a stolen base for Eli Myland. The swing and a miss, though, does bring up strike 2 on the right fielder Limansky. But still, though, an opportunity with a runner in scoring position for the Indians.
Well, Again, at some point, we're going to need a big base hit or a big shot. Opportunity here for Limansky to go ahead and play hero.
And a big swing by Limansky. He was swinging for the fences. It was a drop third strike that was completed by Gardner. And again, the Indians leave a base runner stranded as we have played 5 full innings in this regional finals championship. No score. Back for the 6th after this on Zaleski Sports. Masonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Masonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information. A&B Top of the 6th inning, and for somebody, it's time to get down to business, I think, because the innings have grown long. The opportunities will be short and difficult to find as we move forward, but the 2-hitter will lead us off for Medford here in the top of the 6th inning in pitcher Caleb Gooden. Keegan Jerschley, by the way, 82. This will be his 83rd pitch here in the 6th.
Thankfully for our viewers at home, you can't see Jason Zaleski coming in doing the sprinkler into that song as it comes in with the dance moves.
Well, dang right I was. There is some kerfluffle in the Red Raiders dugout.
45's got to have a helmet.
And yeah, we've got. I think that's Mudgett warming up in the bullpen, and they want Max Dietzman, who is catching him, to put a lid on and protect his head. So he brought one out there with him. He just wasn't too keen on wearing it. Now he's got it on. Oh, and they've got to have a protector out there too with a helmet on. So that was the other thing. So we've got that sorted out, and right away a leadoff base hit for Caleb Gooden.
So that's back-to-back hits for Gooden, starting to go ahead and get a beat on Jerschley as we work through the lineup.
Yeah, and again I think that's Mudgett warming up. I can't tell from here. I believe it's a pretty good chance anyway. I don't know who pitched yesterday for Medford. Didn't take a look at that. But it is Seth Mudgett out there warming up. So I figured that would be the case. I'm not a coach, but I do know a few. Tanner Robbie now for the Red Raiders.
So again, Jason, kind of an interesting side thought here. Do you try to swipe a base? Do you try to lay down the bunt with your 3-hitter?
I would put action on, and Mosinee thinks they will too. And coming crashing in is Unerdl, and the bunt is foul off the bat of Tanner Robbie.
It's always an interesting thing. You've got 3, 4, 5 coming up. You've got your leadoff runner on base. Do you try to have him steal? Do you take the sacrifice? Or do you just trust your hitters and let them see if they can hit and kind of advance the runners naturally?
Zeros, I put him on the move. And bunt is down and foul. So that'll put 2 strikes, and the bunt will be off. And Tanner Robbie will need to do it the old-fashioned way. And, it's interesting. Myself and Steve Maves, I know a lot of folks like to listen to Steve here on the network. We have really leaned into the lack of bunting. That skill seemed to be gone out of high school baseball, maybe at all levels, but not from these Medford Red Raiders. Throw over is just a bit late. Able to get back in time is Gooden.
Jason, to that point, I think I've been just really impressed with the quality of play for both of these teams.
Top-notch.
Excellent pitching, excellent ability to field. Just really, really a good ball game for a regional final
this
here.
This one is hit just foul as Justin Robbie ducks his head out of the way.
Again, starting to go ahead and start for the first time today. We're starting to see Medford have some good at bats and put some good solid contact on the ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. This will be pitch number 88 of the event for Keegan Jerschley, and a throwback before that 88th pitch. So Keegan, his goal likely just don't run out of pitches here in the inning. This will be number 88. So he may be in danger of not making it through the sixth, and he hits Robbie. So his second time in as many innings he's hit a Medford batter, and that puts runners on first and second with nobody out, and a big opportunity for Medford. 1, Paul, with no outs and runners on first and second. 2, here comes the cleanup hitter, Aiden Gardner.
So, again, here's an interesting one for you, Jason. You know, with your cleanup hitter up, do you take the opportunity to bunt and move your runners over, or do you let them go ahead and swing away?
Not with no outs. I am swinging. I'm not even sure I would find a reason to pull the bunt with Gardner anyway. But, yeah, it's a good question, but no, not now. I would be shocked as Jersley will step off. And I'm not sure that Gardner would comply.
Well, we talked about how Mr. Gardner goes ahead and gets the max out of his
rolled
swing.
over to short. The
6,
turn
4,
is in time.
3.
What a defensive play by the Indians. That was masterful as they go around the horn. Grod to Shoop to Stoffel, and 2 down. The runner does move to third in Caleb Gooden. But what a big play there for Mosinee to turn the 6-4-3.
You know, Jason, the coach in me, and again, basketball coach, not a baseball coach, it feels like you want to stick with your strategy on that. So you try to bunt that runner to first. You know, the question is you know, do you look back at it and think, should you have bunted him to second and third and stuck with that? Now you've got 2 outs. You do have a runner at third, which is a good opportunity. You do have a Logan Baumgartner up hitting your 5-hitter, which is a good thing. But now you're dependent on either a pass ball or a hit in order to go ahead and get on the board.
Jersley pumps in a strike high on the outside corner, lands in for strike number 1.
You know, Jason, the other thing that's huge about that, of course, is the double play allows Jersley to probably be able to go finish this inning.
Yeah, it certainly will. I was keeping an eye on his pitch totals. That was pitch number 90 there for Jersley. So depending on what happens here, but we'll stay in the moment for now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Off-speed pitch is rolled over to Stoffel. Stoffel will take it himself and beat Baumgartner by a step. And again, the Mosinee defense is fantastic here tonight. The double play leaves Gooden stranded at third. Mosinee coming up to bat, bottom of the 6th inning. See if the Indians can find a run right after this on Zaleski Sports.
An employee once asked me to prioritize family, faith, and business. And I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service, keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com. When the last thing you need to happen.
First things first with Midstate Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Midstate Technical College.
All right, we're going to try this again. We introed that in the top of the inning. We'll intro it here in the bottom of the 6th inning as we're still searching for a first run here in this regional final championship. A plaque will be awarded, and at this rate, there would be a massive celebration on the field. Paul Jaglinski, Jason Zaleski here. As what do we have here? Davin Stoffel leading off, Tanner Unerdl and Gavin Obremski all due up for the Indians in the bottom of the 6th.
I don't know if you at home can hear it, but all of a sudden the crowd has really gotten loud and gotten into it. People are sensing that the moment is definitely upon us here as we come to 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup here for Mosinee in the bottom of the 6th. It feels like if Mosinee is going to get on the board, what a great opportunity here.
And this one is hammered to left center field, going back back and gone! A home run for Davin Stoffel here to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. There, Paul Jaglinski, is your moment.
I'll tell you what, one of those deals where makes a great play to go ahead and end the inning, to take a look at it, comes back up. You talk about momentum, Jason, there is momentum.
Wow, I'm not sure Stoffel's going to make it back in the dugout.
I'm not going to lie to you. If you look at the speed he ran the bases, I'm tired just watching him run. So,
holy man! Well,
man,
what?
did he square that ball up? He got a high fastball, it looked like, and just went ahead and really put the barrel of the bat on it.
Wow, what a moment for the junior Davin Stoffel. And we somehow have another batter. This is Unerdel, hits it high in the air into right center field, still going back, and another home run for the Indians.
Back-to-back home runs for 3 and 4. Stoffel, now Unerdel, and Mosinee has all of a sudden opened this game up to a 2-0 lead.
That ball just kept carrying and carrying, and back-to-back home runs for the Indians, 2-0 Mosinee.
You know, Jason, I just want to make sure that people can see the flag out there when you take a look at it. So we talked at the beginning of this game, the wind was blowing in, but it shifted, and I think that wind, as you can see, the gust right now has really helped, and out comes Medford coach to go ahead and have a conversation.
Well, that was pitches 86 and 87, as Gooden has only thrown 2 pitches in the inning, and they are both deposited beyond the outfield fence here in Mosinee. Back-to-back home runs in what was a scoreless 5.5 innings. I don't know how you figure that.
I'll tell you what, it's one of those deals where Mosinee kept battling, and on back-to-back pitches, you know, they put the barrel on the bat on the ball, and kaboom, has gone the dynamite. And just like that, our scoreless ball game has come 2-0 in the bottom here of the 6th, and Jersley is going to be able to start that last inning, as he has enough pitches to at least start it.
As now Mosinee is 3 Medford outs away from a regional final championship. Still nobody out here in the 6th inning. Iola Scandinavia leads Pittsville 13-7, top of the 7th inning. So Pittsville is going to need a big-time Panther comeback in the bottom of the 7th, and Medford's going to need a comeback in the top of the 7th, but we are not through here. This has been some kind of inning to watch here. Now the catcher, Gavin Obremski.
You know, one of the things that I think is really important here for Medford is we talk about, you know, the emotional letdown of those first couple runs, but now really making sure you limit this to 2, give yourself a chance. Yep. You're a base runner and a good swing in the bat away from being right back in this in the top of the 7th. So it's one of those deals for Medford. It's important that they stop the bleeding and that they really go ahead and get the outs here.
Yeah, and that is no doubt what Coach Robbie told his pitcher, Caleb Gooden, before he started Obremski. Now here's the 1-2, and Obremski stays alive as he fouls that one back. But yeah, you said coming into this Mosinee half of the inning, the crowd here was really buzzing about something out there. Now maybe somebody was doing a dance or something, I don't know, but the Indians have responded from the plate.
You could feel it. You had 3, 4, 5 coming up. Stoffel had put a couple good swings on it in the game. That double play, Jason.
Yeah.
You know, you had first and second. The double play essentially switched the momentum you got out of that particular inning. Just a massive swing here when you think about it.
Huge momentum shift. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the catcher, Obremski.
And more importantly, 2 runs on the board this particular inning.
Man, oh man. Gooden ready, and the 2-2 coming back home. Curveball, and this one is hit hard to right field. Could it be 3 in a row for the Indians? It is!
Back to back to back. Mosinee would like to go ahead and say that they have ordered a case of Jack. It is unreal.
Wow. 3 home runs. Stoffel, Unerdel, and now Obremski on the 2-2 as he takes a look back at Coach Justin Robbie. He does a little dance for Coach. I'm not sure that I approve of any of that, but that's going to do it for Caleb Gooden as he comes out here to begin the 6th inning, and that will be the end of the game for Caleb Gooden as 3 straight home runs to start the bottom of the 6th for the Indians. Wow, wow, wow. More baseball coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no, one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
The Mosinee Indians, 3 home runs in the 6th inning, nobody out, and I don't know, I guess we're looking for number 4. This is Trevor Garski, but Jason Zaleski here, Paul Jaglinski to my right. 3 straight home runs to start the 6th for the Indians.
Well, we've got a pitching change now on the mound for Medford is number 2, Seth Mudgett. Again, 5 really strong innings from Caleb Gooden. Caleb Gooden, really a great performance. Yeah. And 3 just solid swings for Mosinee has really changed this game. But Jason, I want to go back to that 5th inning, the double play. Yeah. 6-4-3 really changed the momentum of this game. And I said when we got to the top of this inning, I hope that you at home were able to hear it. I pointed it out to you. The crowd had a buzz, Mosinee had a buzz, and all of a sudden confidence really changed in this game.
2 balls, 2 strikes now from Mudgett to Garski. Yeah, I mean, the whole situation changed. The scene, you said the mood, the vibe, whatever you want to put on it. As this one is going to be ripped into center field. Another hit for the Indians, but a disappointment, not a home run.
Again, one of the things here I'll go back to for Medford, though, it's important here. If you're Mosinee, you're really looking to go ahead and put 2 more runs on the board because now you put the pressure on Medford. If you're Medford, it's important that you stop the bleeding here. At 3 runs, that's a nice inning. You're still right in it. You don't want to make this hole any bigger to climb out of.
No, you certainly do not, as that one comes inside on Drake Grod. I'm looking up a score here. It is final in Marshfield as Grod fouls that one straight back. He has a look in his eye like he wanted to deposit one outside the fence. We got a bunch of kids back there trying to find all those balls. 3 of them. That could take them all night.
I'll tell you what, I don't think that they're looking. I think you probably have to look out by I-39 for Stoffels. He really hit that thing yet. Just got that thing going.
Hit and run is on, and this is going to land in shallow right center field. Rounding for third is Garski, and runners on the corners for the Indians. Still nobody out here in the 6th inning.
One of the things that 3-run lead allows you to do now is be a little bit more aggressive on the base path, Jason. So you get a little hit and run action, you deposit one in right field, and now you've got a big pressure moment in terms of where it is. Very nice piece of hitting there by Grod.
Columbus Catholic are regional final champions. They take down Edgar 7-4. Highlights of that game later on tonight on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. Congratulations to the Columbus Catholic Dons. Moving on to a sectional in Gillett as a runner takes off. The throw comes down, and it's going to be a stolen base for Drake Grod.
Good for the Dons. Again, what a fantastic season for them. Waiting for, they'll wait a Division 5 sectional opponent over there with a chance to go down the state.
Yep. Yeah, things are beginning to materialize across the neighborhood here.
It's beginning to look a lot like the state tournament.
Yeah, it's certain. We're winding our way there, and perhaps more quickly than I can imagine. You're going to find out a state entrant tomorrow in softball. Here's the 2-ball, no strike pitch. This one hit into right field. Coming on, that's going to get down. Will it be enough to score? Yes, the run comes in as Garski touches the plate. 4-0 Mosinee.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits in a row by the Indians here of Mosinee, who have now extended this to a 4-0 lead, still with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Take a peek over in Stratford. They've got a real barn burner there, 1-1. Stratford and Wittenberg-Burnhamwood as they play in the 7th inning. Top of the 7th, Wittenberg-Burnhamwood still batting with 2 outs. That game live right now on Zaleski Sports. Amherst looking to put the final touches on Shiocton. That game in the 7th, I think it was 10-3. 12-7 was the bottom of the 7th as Pittsville coming to bat, trailing by 5 to Iola Scandinavian. Whew.
And is that Iola as number 22?
Yeah,
Trenton Doran goes ahead and swipes second base. Again, allowing you to, the lead, allowing them to be a little bit more aggressive on the base path.
Yep.
Medford, of course, forced to go ahead and now pull your runners in, or your fielders in, trying to keep that 5th run off the board. 4, you're still 1 swing of the bat away with a little momentum. 5 gets to be a much tougher uphill climb, Jason.
Well, one way or another, the Red Raiders got to get themselves back in the dugout. Here's the 1-1 from Mudgett, and that one low and away to Milan. So let's see here. That was all of our games. I just did the rundown there. I'll check Shiocton Amherst. 10-5 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. A swing and a miss there from Milan.
Jason, I was going to ask you, could Iola and Columbus play each other before the state tournament? Would that be the same sectional, or is that a different section?
No, they're in a different section. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on opposite sides. They wouldn't meet until state if that were to be a thing.
Gotcha.
Full count now to Milan. Here it is from Mudgett. Curveball gets him looking for the first out of the inning. So a nice pitch there from Seth Mudgett to finally get the first out in the inning.
Very important pitch there for Mudgett and the Raiders. Gets an out, keeps it at 4 runners in second and third. Again, we'll see what the momentum swing on this looks like again, but nice to see Medford settle in, see if they can keep that 5th run off the board.
Jersley takes a look at a strike on the first pitch he sees today from Seth Mudgett. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Jersley on the off-speed pitch, hits it to second. Throw comes home, and out is the call. The diving play there as Grod came in and attempted to slide over the top of the bat. Again, Adam Olson's going to come and check with Sam Zier, our home plate umpire. It was a great throw coming home off of the right hand of Tanner Robbie, and the tag put on by Gardner for the second out of the inning. Runner does move down to third, Dorn down to third, so 2 outs with a runner on third.
Again, Jason, it's why you bring your infielders in. You try to go ahead and you pick that ball up off the grass. You make that throw home. I thought it was a good throw. I thought it was a good tag.
Coach Adam Olson here is he's contesting that Gardner was taking up too much of the plate and didn't give the runner a chance to find the plate, but his argument was denied. So 2 outs. Taylor Limansky.
Looking for an obstruction call on that.
That's what he was asking for. Yeah. And Gardner loses the ball as he comes out of his crouch, as Jersley will swipe second.
That obstruction call is something you see a little bit more in softball than what you do in baseball. Those shorter base paths tend to go ahead and make that. But again, as long as he's got the ball before he blocks the plate as a catcher, perfectly allowed as an umpire. And again, just looking at it from the booth, I thought that there was a swipe tag, there was a path. Again, I thought it was a really nice play by Medford.
Yeah, I thought so too. Gardner, nice tag coming in. The first pitch to Limansky, a curveball that stays high. This one comes in low, and it's quickly 2 balls, no strikes to the right fielder, Taylor Limansky. Again, Amherst 1 out away from regional final championship. Shiocton does have the tying run at the plate right now in the top of the 7th inning with 2 outs. All games I'm talking about are live on Zaleski Sports.
Just to give you a little bit of an update here, so on third base, we've got number 22, Trenton Dorn.
Thank you.
On second base, we've got Keegan Jersley, who just swiped second after reaching on a fielder's choice.
Okay.
And at the bat, we've got number 7, Taylor Limansky, looking to go ahead and to provide a single, which will give Mosinee a couple more big runs.
And this one grounded over to third. The throw across to Kelly is made in time, and Medford finally finds themselves back in the dugout, but it should be a standing ovation out there for the Mosinee Indians as they plate 4 on 3 straight home runs to start the 6th inning. Top of the 7th, it's last call for Medford. Right after this on Zaleski Sports.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Take out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus delivery in Mosinee. Gorski serves food 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. Don't miss Double Bubble in Gorski's Bar Monday through Thursday from 3 to 6. For food and drink specials, plus special events, check gorskiswi.com. Gorski's Overton Drive, Mosinee.
Get some Gorskies, get some Gorskies, have some pizza there. Get some Gorskies, get some Gorskies, come and have a pizza there. Hey!
Top of the 7th here in Mosinee. The Indians 3 outs away from claiming a regional final championship. This is Braxton Weissmiller for the Red Raiders to begin. Parker Listener and Max Dietzman also due up for Medford here in the 7th inning.
You know, if you're Medford, the approach still hasn't changed. Yeah, we're going to have to score in order to go ahead and win this game anyway. So you got to get a runner on base. You got to find a way to get a run across. You got to build some momentum. Again, smart on the base paths. We'll see what they can do here.
This one is chopped up the middle, and Mosinee not able to get there. It'll be a leadoff base hit, and that base runner, Paul, that you're talking about, this one in the way of Braxton Weissmiller.
Pretty tough to score a run if you don't have a base runner on base. So, again, unless, of course, you're going to hit a back-to-back-to-back solo home run. So it's one of those deals where that's a great start for Medford at the bottom here, in the top of the 7th inning here. Let's see what they can do with it.
Double play here.
Okay, that brings up third baseman Parker Listener, and Listener ducks out of the way of the high heat from Jersley. If not for pitch count, Jersley's probably good to go 9 innings. But the pitch count's going to nab him. I'm waiting for the dugout below us to get their iPad rolling here in the inning. Tell me the pitch count. That's how that works. 1 ball, 1 strike now to the third baseman Listener. And strike 2 pumped in by Jersley.
1 more.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th inning and high. Coming in all the way. Jersley getting a little bit excited there on the 2-strike offering.
I'd like to extend an unofficial congratulations to the Newman Catholic baseball team, who I was informed beat 3 Lakes tonight.
Well, Newman has been on a roll. Here's the 2-2. This one is going to hit a car. There's no way around that. That was drilled into the parking lot.
I had a chance to work the Newman baseball team in a doubleheader against Auburndale, and that was a highly competitive ball game where both teams took a game apiece in the doubleheader. I was pretty impressed.
The 2-2 pitch is hit into shallow right field. Coming on and making the catch is Limansky for out number 1.
Really a nice play by Limansky. Went ahead and covered quite a bit of ground there. Got a chance to camp out.
And that's going to do it for Keegan Jersley today. He's 2 outs short of a complete game. He has reached his pitch limit. We'll get you updated on who's coming on next for the Indians when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in central Wisconsin.
All right, pitching change complete for the Mosinee Indians. It'll be Davin Stoffel headed off from first base. He'll take to the mound. It's Keegan Jerschley going back to short. And Trenton Dorner, DH, will take Stoffel's place at first base. There's the changes. And Max Dietzman in here looking to continue to give life to the Red Raiders here in the top of the 7th inning.
Top of the 7th, we've got a runner on first. That is Weissmiller, who went ahead and started off the inning with a single up the middle. Again, obviously Medford needs 4 runs to keep this thing going.
Yep, so base runners here are the job of the bottom of the order. Dietzman here in the 8-hole. Brigham Kelly, the 9-hitter, awaits on deck. Medford will need at least one of those guys to get on base here to keep this train chugging along as a strike comes in from Stoffel.
Dietzman's got a fly out to in the third inning and a hard hit ground ball to the second baseman where he was retired. So 0 for 2 on the day.
2 balls, 2 strikes now to the DH Dietzman.
Stoffel getting settled in. You know, again, nerves are coming up. He's done a little bit of everything here today, Jason.
The 2-2 is going to be hit into the hockey rink behind us.
My car's over there.
You know, you talk about, you think about just kind of a big play at the time. Stoffel, real early in the ball game, had that fielder's choice where he came and froze the runner that started the pickle that kept Medford off the board. That's a really big play in this ball game. You know, it just so many momentum swings.
Here's the 2-2 again from Stoffel. Keeps it high. Full count now to Max Dietzman. Fans here starting to get a little bit loud behind us, cheering on their pitcher Stoffel. Here's the full count delivery, and that one gets all the way back to the screen. It's a full count walk to Dietzman, and runners aboard for the Red Raiders.
So if you're Medford, that's exactly what you're looking at. Now you've got a runner on second, a runner on first. You need one more runner on base. Again, you're at Brigham Kelly, your 9-hitter. That brings up Seth Mudgett, and then, you know, your top of your order, if you can go ahead and get to, you know, if you can get through this with runners on base. So exactly what Medford needs here.
And Brigham Kelly probably happy that Jerschley's not out there. He struck him out earlier in the game and then hit him in his last at-bat. So he's happy that Jerschley's not out there. The tying run, as we go through some record keeping here, is on deck right now for the Red Raiders in Seth Mudgett. Here's the 0-1 from Stoffel. This one is fouled right between the legs of Brigham Kelly. That's tough to do.
One of those deals where I know that they say they have ice, but there's still bruises in the morning. So
yeah, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Stoffel.
Right now, if you're Mosinee, you're only concerned about getting it out and the batter. If everybody scores, you still have the lead. So, again, you just want to focus on the batter if you're Stoffel. Get the out, get the out, get the out. And at 0-2, should have the ability to go ahead and really attack him.
No balls, 2 strikes. Here it is from Stoffel. And this one is hit off of the mound, and Jerschley not able to grab it. and it's going to be bases loaded. The tying run comes to the plate in Seth Mudgett.
You know, Jason, you talk a lot about what effect the pitch count has. So all of a sudden you have to make several position changes in the field. And, you know, you have a few balls, not saying, again, that thing hit the mound, it was fortunate. But, again, you have a few balls that maybe one fielder gets that doesn't. And all of a sudden now you've got bases loaded, one out, one swing of the bat, and we're right back to a tie ball game.
Well, here's Mudgett with an opportunity to at least plate somebody. And a strike comes in, the fastball from Stoffel. It's a final in Pittsville. The Iola Scandinavia T-Birds are moving on. They take care of the Pittsville Panthers. They are regional finals champs. The 0-1 from Stoffel, curveball stays high.
Both of our 9 hitters in this game, Brigham Kelly for Medford and Eli Myland for Mosinee, have had really important, crucial at-bats in this game. Well done. That's why, you know, it's so important to have a balanced lineup the whole way through.
Stoffel again with the fastball. That one dug out of the dirt by Obremski.
And all of a sudden, you know, we talked about coming to life. All of a sudden, the Medford fans have come to life a little bit, sensing an opportunity to get back in this ballgame.
The 2-1. Called strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Everybody that I can see is, or most that I can see is standing. You folks at home, you've got the same view we do. 2 balls, 2 strikes, Stoffel ready and delivers. That one skips in front of Obremski. Full count now. It was a full count to, who do we have? Dietzman that walked, and Stoffel now in danger of walking in a run here, and Mudgett going to see the full count pitch here from Stoffel. And a walk, and the run has been walked in. And now the go-ahead run comes to the plate in Caleb Gooden. So Gooden gave up the 3 home runs in the bottom of the 6th inning, and now Gooden steps to the plate. And a chance to bring his Red Raiders all the way back in it. And Coach Adam Olson knows that, and he's going to go out and talk to Stoffel about that.
You know, again, we talked just in the first inning, Jason, the importance of going ahead and working with your umpire, establishing that zone, trying to go ahead and as a pitcher feel comfortable with it. Pretty tough spot to bring Stoffel in here in the 7th inning and try to go ahead and it's the same theory of starting over, finding that zone, just making sure you're understanding where, you know, as the umpire high-low when you look at it across the way. 4-1, base is full. Big opportunity here with 2, 3, and 4 coming up for Medford to see if they can go ahead and get themselves back into this.
Okay, Mosinee was able to get a double play an inning or 2 ago, and a double play here would end it. And that's one thing, if you can figure out a way to get Gooden to ground one, give yourself that chance.
Caleb's 2 for 3 on the day. He's got a double back in the 4th inning, a single in the 6th inning, and went shortstop to first base for a putout in the 1st.
Stoffel starts with a high fastball that stays out of the zone to Gooden. But yeah, Gooden, big opportunity here. Here's Stoffel right back. Another fastball, this one low. And Stoffel's not been able to find the zone.
You know, Jason, again, I want to just reinforce everything that you'd want to go ahead and see in a high school baseball game.
And that may do it for Davin Stoffel, and it will. So Stoffel has come in, and we're going to have a pitching change. We'll get you caught up on all that right after this. Take a short break. You're watching Regional Championship High School Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
At Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi,
this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970, in 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Come back here, 7th inning. It's Caleb Gooden. He's got no balls, 2 strikes. The Stoffel is removed in the at-bat of Caleb Gooden. In comes Trevor Garski, and before he fires off his first pitch, just being told that Stratford has advanced a regional final championship on a walk-off grand slam over Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Highlights later tonight on Facebook at Zaleski Sports.
Jason, let's set the scene here. So on
Please.
third base, you've got number 45, Max Dietman.
Okay.
On second base, you've got the 9-hitter, Brigham Kelly, number 8.
Yep.
On first base, you've got number 2, Seth Mudgett.
There we go.
We're in the top of the 7th. It's 4-1. We've got 1 out and a 3-0 count here in the ballgame. It's about to get interesting.
And there is a walk, so 2 runs are walked in, and we do have interesting baseball now.
Again, we talk about baseball being a game of momentum. Momentum has squarely shifted here.
It certainly has. Now the 3-hitter, Tanner Robbie.
Jason, it's one of those deals where you got Tanner Robbie, and if he happens to go ahead and find a way on, you're going to have to deal with Aiden Gardner. We talked about the fact that he is definitely going to get his money's worth on the swing.
But Mosinee pitchers having big-time trouble throwing strikes here in this 7th inning. 1 out, bases still loaded. There's Garski on the 1-0. This one is hit and deep to left field, going back and off the wall. 1 run is in. The tying run comes in. Here's Gardner. The go-ahead run is in, and the Red Raiders have taken the lead in the 7th inning. Take a look at the Medford folks here that made the trip down, and they are as loud as you could find right now.
Boy, I'll tell you, talk about a momentum shift and exactly where you want to take it 1 pitch at a time. After back-to-back home runs, we talked about the fact that with runners on second and third, how big would it be to mentally get to 5 runs versus 4 runs? And that's exactly kind of where you're at here. Now, if you're Mosinee, same deal. You really have to go ahead and stop the bleeding here.
Okay, still just 1 out, and here's the cleanup hitter, Gardner, and Obremski's got to block down another one. But that one off the wall for Robbie. Robbie missed a grand slam by about 10 feet, but he does drive in 3 on the 1-out triple, giving his Red Raiders the lead here in the 7th inning. Gardner took a home run swing and fouls it over the top of us. We were on zeros for how long, Paul?
We were on zeros till
the bottom of the 6th.
Till the bottom of the 6th, and all of a sudden both teams have found the offensive momentum.
In less than 5 outs, we've scored 9 runs. This one fouled back towards the outhouse. Look out in there.
Jason, I'd just like to note on this year, it is 11-10, these two teams, in 21 innings.
Yeah.
Well, 20 and some change.
At some point, Mosinee is going to come up and bat in the bottom of the 7th, but they need to find 2 outs. Here's the 1-2 curveball that is thrown behind Gardner.
Again, you want to talk about a huge momentum swing in this game? Let's think about the 3rd inning, the 4th inning. How many times do you work a full count? How many times do you take a look at it? When Jersley had to come out of this game for Mosinee, it changed everything.
2-2 curveball. That one misses, and Obremski will go chase it down. The count is now full to the cleanup hitter catcher, Aiden Gardner. Yeah, Mosinee could have really used a ground ball there, and Tanner Robbie was thinking the opposite.
Yes.
Full count now to Gardner. Here's Garski with it. Swung on and fouled back. Big swings coming from Aiden Gardner.
And now Mosinee forced to go ahead and play the infielders in.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to keep that run off the board.
Yeah, you got to stay at a 1-run deficit if you're Mosinee. Full count pitch again from Garski to Gardner. Here it is. And blocked down by Obremski. And another walk in the inning issued by the Indians. How many walks is that, Paul, here in the 7th? There's been a few.
In the 7th inning alone, I count by unofficial count 3 walks in the inning, 2 of which have resulted in run scoring.
Yeah.
Absolute insanity here. Now I would expect to see Mr. Gardner go ahead and swipe second base here with one out. Go ahead and put himself in the running and scoring position.
At least challenge the defense and do something out there at first as the shortstop, Logan Baumgartner now.
It'll be interesting to see if Medford comes back out with Seth Mudgett again, or with Seth Mudgett again, or if they make a pitching change to somebody else.
I would suspect Mudgett stays in. We'll find that out. Here's the full count. Or no, I'm sorry. The scoreboard is not quite correct. This one hit high in the air, out to left field, coming over. The catch is made, but it is hit well deep enough to score the runner from third, Tanner Robbie, and the Red Raiders go up 6-4.
Exactly what Medford needed. Put that ball in play. Baumgartner went ahead and hit a deep fly ball to left field. Got that run across. Second out of the inning, but an important insurance run.
I was going to say a great insurance run there, as I believe Medford has now batted around. This will be the 10th batter of the inning.
It most certainly
Braxton
is.
Weissmiller.
We started the day talking about crop insurance. It's one of those deals where definitely a huge insurance run for Medford here, as they've exploded for 6 runs in the top of the 7th after going ahead and surrendering 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th.
Pitch from Garski. That one misses. Yeah, Mosinee now is, give me, who's batting? Who's leads off for Mosinee coming up? Top of the order?
Top of the order.
So
Jersley, Limansky, Stoffel.
So they'll have a little bit of something to talk about in that dugout, but first they've got to get back into the dugout. Catcher Gavin Obremski has had enough. The last 8 or so pitches he's handled, he's fired back at Garski. Here's the pitch. This one is grounded foul, and Robbie got a hand on it down there in the third base coach's box. Respect it.
I don't think that you can give enough credit to Weissmiller for the way that he started this inning. Had a good quality at bat, had a single off of Jersley that was still in the ballgame, which got them kind of going. It helped settle the momentum a little bit.
Runner goes. Gardner is going to get in with a stolen base as the ball bounces into
and it looks like
Grod.
And it looks like maybe he's just going to go
He just dust himself off out there. He's all right.
Well, our umpire went ahead and put his fist out, which I thought was maybe going to be an obstruction call.
Oh, I see.
But maybe he was just calling time.
2
maybe
balls,
there's a net.
2
You never
strikes,
know.
and Bremski blocks that one off of his face mask, and the count is full. Another full count here for a Medford batter in the inning.
So stolen base there for Aiden Gardner, just to bring everybody up to speed. So, again, 2 outs, 3-2.
Here's the full count from Garski. Swung on and missed, and Mosinee finally gets out of it. But what a big inning for Medford as their fans come to their feet. Up the first baseline, they score 6 and take a 2-run lead. It is last call when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Stoffel.
Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer. Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Well, they've got one more night. They've got one more inning, do the Indians. They've got 3 more outs, and they're going to start exactly where they started their outburst an inning ago. Davin Stoffel, Tanner Unertl, and Gavin Obremski. If you're just tuning in, there was 3 consecutive home runs for Mosinee. They scored an additional run in that 6th inning to make it 4-0. Medford comes back, scores 6, 2 runs walked in, a 3-run triple. by Tanner Robbie, and here we are, 6-4 Mosinee, 3 outs left in their 2022 season.
Now, if you're Mosinee, you're just thinking, hey, I need a base runner. We're just perfectly fine. Got to get it started just the way that Medford got it started with Weissmiller, just going ahead and get somebody on base. Let's get ourselves settled. Let's get this inning going.
Okay. It was a 6-4 Mosinee final at Medford earlier in the year. It was a 6-4 Medford win here over Mosinee a couple weeks ago, and then 2 days prior it was a 2-0 Mosinee win. So Medford is right back where they left off here in Mosinee from just a few weeks ago, 6-4.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, as again, our pitcher on the mound for Medford is number 2, Seth Mudgett. Yep. Stoffel at bat for Mosinee. Again, just trying to put the ball in play, get himself on base.
The 1-2 from Mudgett. Curveball that Stoffel hits right at the shortstop. And out number 1 is recorded. That is Caleb Gooden out there at short making the out.
One away here in the bottom of the 7th inning for Mosinee.
Up to bat for Mosinee.
Number 5, the cleanup hitter, Tanner Unerdel coming up to hit. He's got a walk in the game. He's 1 for 3 with a walk and a home run.
Okay. So the old saying in baseball, the bloop and a blast, right?
There you go.
That's what Mosinee is looking for just to tie it, but they will need 2 runs. They've got 2 outs to work with here in their 2022 season. No balls, 1 strike, and a swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes as Mudgett blows it past Unerdel. Here's the 0-2 coming back from Mudgett. Takes a look in, gets the sign from Gardner, and here's the pitch. Curveball misses away. It's been a changeup and missed outside. Off speed anyway.
I like that approach. Let's call it off speed.
Rachel and Sophia both watching online. Thanks for watching. Here's the 1-2. And that one misses just outside. Gardner drops his glove to the ground and looks in the dugout asking his coaches to help him get a strike call there, but no strike was going to be forthcoming from Sam Zier.
Mr. Unerdel with eyes like an eagle. I like it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled back.
Good at bat here for Tanner. Like I said, at this point, you're just looking to get yourself on base, give your team an opportunity. Really a big insurance run that was driven in here by Medford for that 6th run. Big difference between a 2-run game and a 1-run game at this point. Works the count full.
Yep,
3-2.
Was. So full count. Again, it was just the same mission that Medford had in the top of the inning. Now Mosinee need a couple base runners here most likely. Here's the full count and just fouled back as Unerdel hops across the plate, thanking his lucky stars. He got a piece of that one. Hops like a kangaroo. There we go. We got him in.
One of those deals where, if you were with us early, you'll understand that that's a tagline.
So count remains full. Mudgett to Unerdel. Here it is. Fouled back again by Unerdel, staying alive.
High quality at bat here that the Bee Gees would be quite proud of here, Jason, if you ask me, for Tanner Unerdel here.
They would be if they were all still alive. Full count yet again. Mudgett looks in, now twists, turns, and delivers. And another one fouled back by Unerdel.
Again, nice battle when you take a look at it. This game has had everything that you'd want in a high school baseball game. Great crowd, great atmosphere. You had 6 innings of scoreless baseball, and all of a sudden just a big offensive explosion, home runs. What a terrific day for both teams.
Full count again, another foul tip as a check swing not able to hold up all the way. And Unerdel will see another pitch from Mudgett.
You kind of call that an excuse me contact, is that correct?
Well, yeah, you're protecting as the batter. Unerdel here, the strike zone is big. Here it is again, full count. Fastball, another one fouled back. Wearing him out is Unerdel, but all for naught if he can't get on base.
Mudgett's got to be like, what do I need to do to go ahead and sneak a ball past this young man?
Okay, well, we will find out here. Full count yet again. And this one is rolled over to second, and Robbie with a bobble and throws it in time for the second out of the inning. A bit of a bobble there for Tanner Robbie, but gets it over to Brigham Kelly, and the Mosinee Indians are down to their final out.
Good composure by Robbie there. Went ahead and the ball came off the grass, stayed down on it, hit him in the arm, knew he had plenty of time, picked it up, made a good calm throw to first base, and just like that, Mosinee down to a spot where it's case. But again, nothing changes for Mosinee. Just need to get a runner on base, give yourself an opportunity.
Here's the catcher, Gavin Obremski. And Obremski sees one outside for a ball.
Last time up, Gavin went ahead and went yard. It was the final of the back-to-back home run series for Mosinee.
Here's the pitch from Mudgett. This one fouled back. Coach Justin Robbie fires it back into his hurler, Mudgett, and then takes the opportunity to rearrange his defense. So, whatever, you get a stoppage, right? I got the ball. I'm going to move my defense around. The 1-1 from Mudgett, low for ball 2.
Sure, pretty nervous moments as a coach, as a dad, for both sides in this game.
Now the 2-1, and left outside by Obremski for ball 3. If needed, Trevor Garski on deck for the Indians. Again, Mosinee down to their final out here in 2022. Here's the 3-1 from Mudgett. And that one misses, a 2-out walk, and the tying run comes to the plate in Trevor Garski.
Exactly what Mosinee needed. So the last time Trevor Garski came up, he had a single. We kind of made a little bit of a joke, Jason, that it was he broke a back-to-back home run streak. But again, I had a nice hard hit ball up the middle, which I think is important. And then in the game for Mosinee, we got now a pinch runner.
Yeah, Brady Locken is going to come in and run for the Indians. Get a little bit of extra speed on the bases. But again, this is Trevor Garski, football quarterback, shooting guard for the basketball team. And off and running is Loken. The throw comes down, and he is in. So the idea there is, even though Loken's run doesn't do a whole lot, it prevents that force out at second and first. So you break up some options for the Red Raiders to get that third out.
I like the aggressiveness on the base pass. You want to stay true to who you are. You bring in that pinch runner. If you want to take it, you definitely take it.
This one is hit into left center field, going back, and that's going to get down. One run is in. Garski to second, and it's a 2-out RBI double for Trevor Garski, and the tying run is on second base for Mosinee.
Up to bat, number 2, Drake.
Well, and just like that, Jason, again, you're aggressive on the base pass. You go ahead and get yourself a run, and now, you're taking a look at it. Again, I want to just stress, Jason, in 21 innings of baseball, these two teams are separated by one single run. What a terrific regional final here.
So Drake Grod now, as he represents the walk-off run, if you will. The winning run now stands at home. The tying run, Garski at second base. Seth Mudgett pitching.
The last time Drake was up, he also hit a single as well.
Grod hits this one, and this is going to get into the Medford cheering section. And dropped catch out there by that nice man in that black jacket, just not able to make a good catch. That's a EF, E on the fan.
He's got hands like frying pans.
Yeah, so. He does. Stone cold bricks on the end of his arms. 1 ball, 1 strike now, the count to Grod. Here it is from Mudgett. This one is hammered into center field.
And we're going to go ahead and get it.
Comes Garski. The tying run is in for the Indians.
And Jason, just like that, momentum has once again switched. This has been so much fun. You know what? Let's keep playing.
Let's play 12. Why not?
I'll tell you what. We went no runs through the first 5.5 innings.
Yeah.
And now these two teams have gone 12 runs in last inning and a half. Karen is going nuts up here in the booth.
The whole joint is nuts. The winning run is Drake Grod. He stands at first base, batting Trenton Dorn. Chance to be a hero for his Indians tonight, and sees the pitch from Mudgett go low and away for ball 1.
So how about that?
6-6.
2 outs. We get a walk, a pinch runner, a stolen base, and back-to-back essentially clutch hits, and here we go.
This one is rolled over to third. Picking it there is Baumgartner, and we came for a ball game. You paid absolutely nothing, and we're going to give you extra innings for free here in Mosinee. Tied at 6. Back for extra innings right after this on Zaleski Sports.
interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. 21 innings in the books in 2022 between Medford and Mosinee, and we are tied at 12. What else would you expect, Paul, from teams that have almost no separation between them? And here we are in a regional championship, and we're in extra innings.
I'll tell you what, really it's almost a tale of two games where we had a defensive struggle when our aces were in the ball game.
Yep, first 5 innings.
And now, as you typically see in high school baseball, you get to pitcher 2, 3, and 4. And unfortunately, we've got some accuracy and control. We've got some opportunities to have some hits. And before you know it, here we go. We look at it. New pitcher right now for Mosinee is going to be number 7, Tyler Limansky on the mound.
Okay. Yeah, fortunately for both of these teams, there's no game tomorrow to worry about your pitchers, but unfortunately, you get a little bit deep in the order, and one team is still going to win here, by the way, and I was asking for that back through the first 5 innings, and now, joke's on me, because we still don't have any kind of a sign of a winner yet, but what a game this has been. Parker Listener here.
So, again, just to make sure that you're following along with us, number 7 for Mosinee, Tyler Limansky on the mound.
Okay.
Listener, the 7-hitter, Dietzman, the 8th hitter, and Kelly, the 9-hitter, are scheduled to go ahead and hit in the inning here from Medford. So let's see what we got. 2-0 count.
Mosinee pitchers in that 7th inning had big trouble finding the strike zone, and the first 2 pitchers from Limansky have not found it. And now he's found the back of Parker Listener, and the Red Raiders get a base runner on the hit by pitch.
That is the 3rd hit by pitch in this game, if my number is correct.
Huh. Yeah, and time has been called. The infield's going to come in, and they just want to give a little pep talk to their outfielder, now pitcher, Limansky. As a matter of fact, the whole infield came in to talk to Limansky. And one thing they may be saying, Paul, is, one, throw strikes, we got you, we're back here. The second thing is they may be saying, you're it, buddy. We may not have another pitcher after you. So throw some strikes, man.
It's one of those deals where It's one of those deals where you got 8 and 9 coming up in the order, so it's one of those deals, settle down, you want to go ahead and throw strikes. I think sometimes you forget, though, Jason, that these high school athletes, all that momentum and all the swing that you're feeling as a fan, they're also having to process right now as 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids right in the moments, which is huge. Talking about with the bottom part of the order here, if you're at Medford, do you lay down a bunt and try to advance the runner?
Certainly an idea. Mosinee doesn't think it'll happen. This is Max Dietzman, by the way, designated hitter. Throw over to first, and through the legs goes Stoffel. Back to his basketball ways. But the tag was not put down. Fancy.
I do think it's a good idea for Limansky to go ahead and check him out over there. A listener has got a nice-sized lead.
Here's another throw over, and nearly had him. Yeah, Davin Stoffel thought it was closer than an automatic safe call. But very close play over there at first.
Umpire in the B position's got a good look at it from there. Again, another bang-banger.
Yeah,
yep.
Great look right down there. So count remains 0 balls, 1 strike to the DH. And Dietzman did offer and bunted it foul. And out is the call as Obremski snaps it down to Stoffel and erases the base runner, Listener.
I want to make sure that I just kind of take a look at in terms of where it goes. What Coach is going to be upset about there is not that he gets picked off, it's that he doesn't slide to get back. He goes ahead and takes a look at that snap throw. You got to slide and get down. As an umpire, you're giving me an opportunity to take a look at it. Very frustrating for Coach, I'm sure.
Now the 0-2 coming back. Curveball and got him looking. Dietzman slams his bat down, and there are 2 away here in the top of the 8th.
Dietzman's got to be careful on that. I understand there's a lot of emotion. You don't want to get yourself in trouble that way.
I think he was very frustrated at himself. I think he believed with every ounce of his being that it was a strike.
Yeah, I completely and totally agree in terms of where it goes. Like I said, I apologize if I took a look at it again, but emotionally, just got to go ahead and stay centered there. Again, you start talking about those swings. What a huge play in this game, though, by Mosinee's catcher on that snap throw down to first base with Stoffel applying the tag. Go ahead and help your pitcher out of this particular inning.
Yep.
Obremski has really played a heck of a ball game. Had that big home run and now just a great snap throw to get him out of the inning.
The 0-2 to Kelly, and Justin Robbie's a slick fielding coach out there.
I'll tell you what,
really
he is very, very smooth.
Yeah, I like it.
Anybody in need of a slow pitch softball pick, I might want to go ahead and get his number after the game afterwards.
Put him at third base. He's comfortable down there in the hot corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Limansky to Kelly.
Right here.
Swung on and missed, and that does it for Medford here in the 8th inning, as Mosinee now 1 run away from taking a regional final championship here at home. Indians coming to bat, bottom of the 8th. Zaleski Sports.
An employee once asked me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Back to Mosinee. Eli Milan to begin things for Mosinee here in the home half of the 8th inning. Eli Milan, Keegan Jersley, and Taylor Limansky all due up for the Indians as they search for 1 run to bring home the win in this regional final championship, and the crowd is buzzing.
9-1-2. Seth Mudgett still on the mound for Medford.
Throw comes inside. Milan stares down Mudgett on the mound. And Mudgett was hollering back at somebody in there. Yeah, here's the 1-0 coming back, and this one is smashed foul down the third base line.
Ooh, just foul. Painted that line.
Yeah, just foul.
Painted the line, but unfortunately you used the 4-inch brush and you need the 3-inch brush, so it's just a little too wide.
Well, or they used the 4-inch and he could have used the 8-inch brush.
Yeah, it could be.
Right?
Whichever way you look at it, it's one of those deals. He's going to be mad at Coach later, which is why didn't you put a little bit more chalk down?
Right on. 1-1 from Mudgett to Milan. Off-speed pitch is hit into straightaway center. Robbie is there, and 1 out in the inning.
Good quality at bat, fly out to center field, and that brings us to the top of the order. Number 11, Keegan Jersley.
Okay, Mosinee has hit 3 home runs in this game, so they are, for all practical purposes, 1 swing away from ending it here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They've got the ability.
I show Keegan as 1 for 4 on the day with a single back in the 3rd inning. He also has reached on a fielder's choice.
And he pitched 6 full, 6 1/3, something like that.
Jason, that feels like an hour ago.
I know, really. And he hits this one high in the air, just into shallow center. Coming on fast is Robbie, and he makes the catch on his knees for the 2nd out of the inning. Nice work there by Steve Robbie in center. It was Robbie in that game here against Mosinee a few weeks ago who ended it on a diving catch in center field to finish it off 6-4, but we are going to have a different score than that here tonight as Taylor Limansky will come in and bat here with 2 outs in the inning.
Gotcha. It's, again, Robbie's going to tell you he had it the whole way out in center. No problems whatsoever.
Yeah, the ball was dying fast out there. It really was. But he came in, made the catch. They may need to ice the knees on the way home. But a youngster like that shouldn't have too many long-term issues.
You know, Robbie said, hey, I took the first two. Why don't you hit me a third one, and I'll take the third one as well. He broke in on it. Now he has to sprint back.
Oh,
and he dropped it. He's dropped it.
He did drop it, and now we've got Limansky diving back to the bag at second, as Steve Robbie never really had a control of where that ball was. He came in, and then he slipped, and on his retreat, and a diving attempt was made and not able to make the catch.
You know, Jason, you're just to the point of the night where the lights aren't quite able to help you. I feel like he had a hard time picking up the ball. Then he retreated, and they caught him just in the heel of his glove, and as opposed to get that second hand on it, it just ultimately went down to the ground.
And they are going to give a free pass to Davin Stoffel. And again, that is the exact right thing to do, because now you put a force on any base. And with only the run at second mattering, that's exactly what you do every time, unless you don't know what you're doing. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Tanner Unertle, with a chance to end it here with 2 outs. But before we get there, Coach Justin Robbie is going to go talk and may make a pitching change here. Paul, let's find out. No, he's going to keep Mudgett in there.
I think you're talking a lot about strategy right now. Infield, you need to go ahead and knock it down. You need to take your time. It'll be interesting to see how far in. Well, I guess the answer is he'll leave his outfield at normal depth, because you got the 2 outs, so there's no reason to go ahead and have to take a look at it.
Regular depth in the outfield.
Yep.
No.
If that single gets down, they're going to have to come up and throw anyway. But again, with 2 outs, you want to just make sure that you catch that fly ball.
Yep, you get an out somehow, some way, and like you said, if it's sharply hit in the infield, and the best you can do is knock it down, you live to get your third out yet. If you try to be a hero in the infield on a sharply hit ball, the game could be over.
Yep. Yeah. You have Mosinee giving instructions to stop at first base. You just make sure that the first baseman doesn't sneak in, that you take a look at it. The runner at second is Taylor Limansky. That's the one that matters. And number 4 hitter, Tanner Unertle at the plate. So
Unertle sees his first pitch come in from Mudgett. That one misses the mark.
If you remember right, Jason, in the last inning, Unertle had that long at bat against Seth Mudgett. It's one of those deals. He's seen a lot of pitches for him. We'll see if that pays some benefits for him.
And check swing holds off, and it's ball 2, the appeal, and Milliner says it's safe. No swing, so 2 balls, no strikes if needed. Catcher Gavin Obremski is on deck right now with shin guards on. With 2 outs in the inning, here's the 2-0 from Mudgett. Swing and a miss. Big swing there from Unertle. A lot of room right down that right field line, Paul, that they've got the right fielder shaded a bit, as what that tells me is that Mudgett has been instructed to pitch the ball to the outer third of the plate. We'll see if he does here on the 2-1, and misses outside. So he has been told to pitch to the outside of the plate, and the defensive lineman has been made as such. But now, with that instruction, it's 3 balls, 1 strike.
You know, at 3-1 here, though, you've got the open base. You want to be careful that you don't throw the number 4 hitter too good of a pitch. You want to make sure that you're really going ahead and continuing to challenge him.
Here's the 3-1. And ball and a walk, and bases are loaded. And again, the walk itself isn't the negative. The outcome for Medford that they didn't want is now the winning run is at third base 90 feet away.
Correct. Now you bring pass ball, again, any form of an error, any form of what have you that really kind of comes into the game here.
So chance now for Gavin Obremski to put an end to it. 2 outs in the inning. Extra innings here, bottom of the 8th.
You know, one of the things to keep in mind with as deep as the third baseman is playing, if Obremski can go ahead and lay down a bunt, there's room for it if he wants to give it a try.
Curveball drops in for a strike.
You know, the infielders are so deep. I know you've got that force at home, but you really force Medford to make a play.
Here's the pitch from Mudgett. This one hit towards third, step on the bag, and that will do it for Listener. As Listener steps on the bag, that brings the inning to an end for the Indians, and let's play another. We move to the 9th inning in this regional final championship here in Mosinee. Extra baseball coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggleworms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli, bacon, cheese, drunken chicken, or any All right, back here, top of the 9th inning. And Seth Mudgett, the leadoff hitter for the Red Raiders, as we move now to extra frame number 2 here, Paul Jagolinski.
Taylor Limansky, number 7, still on the mound for Mosinee. And he has worked to a 3-1 count for Medford's leadoff hitter, Seth Mudgett. Last time up, Seth had a walk and scored a run.
Well, and now he's got a walk here to begin matters in the 9th inning for his Red Raiders.
Up to bat, number 10, Caleb Gooden.
So, we've told this, we had such a repeat record for those first 5 innings, right? Is get somebody on, get somebody in, but we're kind of back in that same scenario now as both teams are struggling, really fighting, throwing punches and counter punches here, trying to find a go-ahead or a winning run as we play baseball here in the 9th, and you need that base runner again, the story of the game.
Yep, absolutely, in terms of where it goes. Again, Limansky going ahead and settling in. We'll be curious to see if Coach puts his leadoff hitter in motion on the base pass as we get a throw over to keep him in check. But I'd be curious to see if if either coach, tries to get aggressive on the base pass to go ahead and manufacture a run. Again, same deals. I know you've got your second hitter up, but do you try to bunt this runner over to get yourself a runner in scoring position?
Well, Caleb Gooden at the dish, and stepping off is Limansky.
One of the things that's at least started happening up here in the booth, Jason, is we're starting to get some gnats on the field.
Well, that's horrible news. Let's do something about that. Here's the pitch from Limansky. Curveball misses inside.
One could say it's gnat, exactly what you were hoping for at this time of the night.
Gnat at all.
Yes, thank you.
And don't do it again.
I don't know. That comment really bugs me, but neither here nor there.
1 ball, 1 strike. Limansky fires home, and curveball swung over the top by Gooden. What a game. Just what a game this has been.
So Caleb Gooden had a monster triple at the last at-bat, which actually went ahead and gave Medford their first lead of the day.
1-2. This one fouled right into the Medford dugout. That away.
Make sure everyone's staying awake. It's pretty late for some of the kids. It's, you got to keep them sharp.
And nobody knew we were going to be here at, what is it now, 7:45 at night. But here we are playing baseball in the top of the 9th. Regional final championship. Both teams, Paul, have had a handful of runners erased on the bases, and there you saw Limansky chase Mudgett back to the bag at first.
Major League games play 9 innings. This has been a high enough quality. It's kind of felt like a Major League game.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and Gooden spoils it behind us. Rachel says, what a couple of cornballs. All right.
Well, we're all ears for comments like that.
Right,
so,
yeah. 1 kernel at a time.
We did start this day talking about the seed company out in Edgar. So
yeah. 1 ball, 2 strike again from Limansky. Another curveball. This one is rolled over to second. The only play is to first, and that erases Gooden. But the go-ahead run for Medford, and Seth Mudgett now stands at second base, and up comes the second baseman, Tanner Robbie.
That's a nice piece of hitting by Caleb Gooden, who went ahead and advances the runner on a fielder's choice, just as good as the sacrifice. Really nice job putting that ball on the right-hand side.
Now Limansky, and That one thrown in the dirt, and Gavin Obremski has done just a knockout job on knocking down balls coming in the dirt from his pitching counterparts. Limansky checks the runner at second, fires inside on Tanner Robbie, and Tanner may have, the way he kind of reacted there, he may thought about kind of taking that one instead of ducking out of the way. I'm not sure. The reaction I saw.
Goes back to the point, which is we got ice. So
we do have ice. Yeah, we do have ice. But Tanner Robbie, I would bet, would love nothing more than to drive in Seth Mudgett out there at second. So he's going to stay in the box. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here it is. Off-speed pitch. Obremski, again, another block behind home plate. Been a stone wall back there all game.
Really, both catchers have done a really nice job in this ball game. Again, a lot of special defensive plays made in this game.
So 3 balls, 1 strike now. Fastball is pumped in for a strike. The count runs full on the second baseman, Tanner Robbie.
Again, you've got the 3-hitter up. You want to be careful that you don't go ahead and
strike 3 called on the outside corner and 2 away. And here we go as we've got Aiden Gardner now stripping himself of his shin guards.
He thought he could go.
And they're going to give a free pass to Aiden Gardner. So he takes the shin guards off. They will intentionally walk the catcher, put him down on first, create a force at any bag on the infield. And that'll bring up the shortstop now, Logan Baumgartner.
Logan on the day is hitless. He did reach base in the 3rd inning on a walk.
Okay.
Oh, they walked him.
So Limansky and misses away.
Again, Jason, I like that. You walk the cleanup hitter, you create the force. I think it's a smart move.
999 billion times out of whatever the next number is. That's what you do it.
Once again, Coach Robbie with a very nice play. Again, looking very smooth over there.
He's done it a million times. He's got no trouble. He's still got his shades on, though.
It's
pretty cool.
One of those deals for those of you keeping track in the booth. I needed to take mine off as the dusk is starting to set in here at Mosinee.
2 outs, 1 ball, 1 strike, and Baumgartner fouls that back into the parking lot. And so a smattering of applause now from the Mosinee fans that are off to our right, looking for another strike here to end the inning and get Mosinee back up to bat.
Trip to sectionals is on the line here.
Yeah, it's a big game.
Abbotsford's a beautiful city. So I think both of these teams would like to go down and visit there.
The 1-2 hammered and foul down the third base line.
Again, we talked about, in the previous half of the inning, he was upset that they only used the 3-inch chalk. Now he's pretty happy that he only did.
Yeah, right.
Says, Coach, great job. That's why I told you to go ahead and use the skinny chalk.
Yeah. So count remains 1 ball, 2 strike. Again, Taylor Limansky pitching for the Indians. This is the shortstop, Logan Baumgartner, at the bat. Here's the 1-2. This one is hit and fair. This is going to bring in at least 1. Mudgett comes around from third to score. Here comes Gardner. He's being waved home, and it's 8-6 Medford.
Huge at-bat for Logan Baumgartner. Went ahead and put a quality at-bat together. Had a ball that was just off the third base line previously, timed it up, and came back with a monster double down the line.
Yep, so 2 RBI double for Baumgartner, and the Red Raiders back in the lead here as we play with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Braxton Weissmiller looking to tack another one on.
Braxton back in the top of the 7th had a monster, had a very important single, which got Medford going in the top of that inning off of Jersley.
Okay, fouls that first pitch into the parking lot. Got folks on their truck out in foul territory checking out the game from the roof of their truck. That's pretty nice. No balls, 1 strike, and curveball stays high. We will very likely have a new Medford pitcher in the bottom of the 9th inning. Both teams now looking to figure out who to put on the mound. Very likely to have a third Medford pitcher to start the bottom of the 9th.
the winner of this game, Jason, is going to go ahead and pick up the winner of Altoona and Gillandrick Templo. No score has been reported on that over in the sectional on
Wednesday.
Yep.
Curveball. This one is placed into right field. Still going back, and Dorn
That's a
makes
heck
the
of a grab
catch
by Dorn
on the run to limit the Red Raiders to 2 runs. But Medford gets a big 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning. And Mosinee once again down to their final at-bats here in this one. They will come to bat in the bottom of the 9th when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
This is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Bottom of the 9th inning here in Mosinee. And this is Trevor Garski leading off for the Indians here in the bottom of the 9th. The same spot they were in the bottom of the 7th. They need 2 runs, they need base runners, and there's a base runner there as Garski singles right back up the box to start the 9th for the Indians.
I'll tell you what, the will and reserve for both of these teams to be able to handle the emotional swings of this game has been very, truly impressive.
So Drake Grod now represents the tying run. Seems like I gave this speech 2 innings ago. Drake Grod represents the tying run here for the Indians. Bottom of the 9th inning. That one bounced in, gets away from Gardner, and Garski will cruise into second base on the wild pitch. Mudgett spiked that one in front of Gardner. He did what he could, just not able to calm it down.
Again, nice job keeping it in front of him. But again, the runner at second, really not that important. You just want to go ahead and keep yourself focused on the batter if you're Mudgett. Yep,
and this one is going to get into left field. So back-to-back base hits, and the winning run will come to the plate for the Indians here in the 9th inning. The winning run now is Trenton Dorn. 8-hitter, Eli Myland on deck, and then back to the top in Keegan Jersley, and we will get a new Medford pitcher here in the 9th inning. I thought we would. I didn't know if Coach Robbie was going to try to start with one or get one here in the middle, but he has made the call, and the call is going to be Tanner Robbie coming in to pitch. I think we've played every commercial about 18 times here tonight, so we're going to keep it here. And we'll enjoy some warm-up tosses from Tanner Robbie and words of wisdom from Paul Jaglinski.
What I will say is that if you're out there, I hope that you're enjoying an adult beverage out at Gorski's. This has been a heck of a ball game, kind of back and forth. Again, Jason, you got runners on first and third. One of the big interesting things that you have to kind of run into is now getting that runner to second base is of crucial importance.
So let's see, you had sectional brackets up before. Let's run through those on this side of the bracket coming into today. Who are our participants? I know we've got one winner, but kind of run through them in their half of the section. Who will be in Abbotsford, or the 8 competitors coming into today that had a chance to be in Abbotsford on Wednesday next week.
So in earlier action today, Osceola beat St. Croix Central, which is the 2 seed beating the 4 seed. That was 3-0. So they will compete against Abbotsford in Abbotsford at the 10 a.m. game. Okay. And they will go ahead and take on Rice Lake, who was victorious tonight, 12-1 over the number 1 seed Bloomer.
Yeah, and Bloomer was a good squad this year, so that is an upset right there. Good job to Rice Lake.
So Osceola Rice Lake.
Okay.
And the bottom half of it, Coming into this game, you had the 1 seed Altoona taking on number 2 seed GT Gallagher Trempealeau. We do not have a final score reported for that particular ball game.
All right.
And obviously, then in this particular game, you've got Mosinee and Medford in a battle, and that'll be the second game in Abbotsford. That'll be at 1 o'clock with the 2 winners playing for the right to go to state. Earlier today, we had Iola going ahead and beating Pittsville, an earlier action that you can find those highlights on Zaleski later. We know that Newman beat Three Lakes 4-3.
Okay.
We know that Stratford won in a walk-off.
Walk-off grand slam against Wittenberg-Burnhamwood, yeah.
And how about the Marshall Columbus Dons, who were able to be victorious and make a sectional? I'm not sure the last time they've been in a sectional for baseball.
Never.
I know living
Never.
in this area, my compliments to Marshall Columbus for going ahead and putting together a nice season.
Yeah, this year was their first ever conference title in school baseball history, and then everything beyond this now is first evers for that team. And Amherst regional final champs. And yeah, that's everybody. That's what we know anyway. As again, this is Trenton Dorn batting. Our new pitcher is Tanner Robbie.
On third base, we've got number 3, Trevor Garski. On first base, we've got number 2, Drake Grode.
Drake Grod. And Drake Grod almost got picked off, so we almost didn't have a Drake Grod on first base by the time you got the words out. Here's the 1-0 from Robbie, and bunt was shown and pulled back. Ball pops out of Gardner's mitt, but in front of him.
So in our second extra frame, you were in the bottom of the 9th inning, 8-6. Medford with the lead. Every time we've had a lead, though, in this particular game, the other team has been able to respond. We'll see if Mosinee can go ahead and push a couple runs across.
Here's the bunt from Dorn. It's a good bunt. It's going to put both runners in scoring position, and out is the call down at first. A bang-bang play down there, but Dorn gets the job done as he puts the winning run at second base, and that brings up Eli Myland.
The tying run at second base.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you, Jason. I really like the sacrifice bunt. I think it's a smart play. You give yourself one hit to take a look and put it forward. You have your 8-hitter. Almost had an opportunity to get on base at first. I like it.
And this one is going to get past Gardner. One run will come in, and the tying run is on third.
Again, so many factors kind of come into that particular play. I really, really enjoy that's the case. So you're talking an 8-7 ball game, bottom of the 9th. Yep. Now the tying run is on third. Eli Myland at the bat.
Yep, infield is in. Anything out of the infield is going to tie this game. And Mosinee looking for Myland to get on base here somehow, some way, turn it back over to the top of the order in Keegan Jerschley. And a ball on the outside, and it is 3 balls, no strikes to the left fielder, Eli Myland.
I think you have to be real patient here if you're Myland.
There is no swing.
High, but
there is no swing coming here on this pitch. And there it is, and a walk is issued. So the walk, as Coach Justin Robbie comes out and asks Sam Zier where that pitch was. But the walk is nothing for Medford, because here's what it does, Paul. It sets up the double play to end the game. So Medford is still in a good shape here, but Keegan Jerschley is coming up with the tying run at third.
It's true, but note that our third baseman is in, so he's obviously playing to cut down the run, but he is playing his second and shortstop back. So depending upon where this ball goes is what we'll get.
And Jerschley takes a big swing and fouls it straight back.
Is there really, if you're Mosinee game, Taylor, the last time up, hit a double.
And this one, what are they going to say here? It made contact with somebody. It hit somebody.
It hit your arm.
And they're going to award the base to Limansky.
I'll be curious to see if Coach Robbie comes out and
out
appeals
right away
for it to see if he leaned into it or not. I think there's going to be the conversation that's going to be talked about right now.
It's being talked about. Yeah, the ball hit something. And our home plate umpire said, yep, it did contact Taylor Limansky. Okay, so check that box. But you're right. Did he make an effort to get out of the way?
So actually, as the high school rules, you don't have to make an effort to get out of the way, but you cannot extend into a pitch. So you don't technically have to move as a high school player, but you're not allowed to go ahead and create contact to lead into a pitch.
All right, let's see what they factor in here. And they're going to check the handle of the bat. Okay, so the handle of the bat is being inspected. And it will.
You're wondering if it was loose.
And they're going to say he was hit by pitch. So, but again, Paul, that doesn't change anything that's happening here at all, as the winning run is still sitting down there at third base in Eli Myland. The only thing that changes here is Davin Stoffel is going to come up here and take a crack at winning this game for the Indians.
Well, and just as we found in Bethlehem many years ago, there's no room at the end at this point. So it's a matter of you're going to have to go ahead and find a way to throw a pitch to Stoffel. You're really looking for a strikeout. If not, you're looking for a ground ball where you have to come home. I'm not sure that you can take the chance of going for the double play. I think you really have to cut that run down at home. So I think it's going to be a real interesting decision here for Medford.
Yeah, because, we've talked about this a little bit, today and throughout, the years of us doing this, the pressure points in high school sports, right? And here it is. Here is a pressure point to what you just talked about, because when that ball is put in play, what do I do? This is a regional championship. What do I do? And do you know?
That trip to Abbotsford is on the line. Again, everyone's talking about it. I just wanted to show you. Mosinee's got all three base runners talking. Of course, Medford's talking on the mound. Even the umpires were talking about, okay, so what's my coverage area? Where are we looking at? What do we have here going on? Clock just rolled past 8 o'clock, so bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. Tie ball game, 8-pitch selection there by Robbie going ahead and dancing on the corners.
And another one thrown away. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Stoffel.
Get great benefit. You got up 0-2. You want to see if he can chase. You don't want to give him anything too good.
Here's the 2-2 coming back. Stoffel hits it, and it's through. And the Mosinee Indians have walked it off here at home, and they are regional final champions in 2022. Off the bat of Davin Stoffel, 9-8 final score.
I'll tell you what, my compliments to both Medford and Mosinee on a fantastic high school baseball game, Jason. This is a regional final and outstanding sportsmanship by both teams at this particular spot. Congratulations to Mosinee, but congratulations to Medford on a great season. That was one heck of a ball game.
Man, it was excellent. Excellent game here tonight as I weave through a very crowded press box here, and we became an entertainment center, I guess, up here. I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Mosinee was definitely the place to be tonight, Jason.
Well, and up here was the place to be as I'm getting myself situated here. I'll be down on the field, and we'll be talking with Coach Adam Olson and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House Player of the Game, Davin Stoffel. We had Stoffel figured earlier in the game as our Player of the Game, but he is now officially the Player of the Game here in this one. There we go. Got my microphone all set up. Paul, you're going to just carry the airwaves until I'm ready. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan.
You don't need to do anything. Just talk and then just point the camera at me. Just point the camera at me. Excuse me, guys.
Well, again, as we wait for Jason to go ahead and make his way down the field to go ahead and catch up with Mosinee, and we'll wait for the presentation of the regional plaque. Again, I want to just compliment both the players and the schools of both Medford and Mosinee for what was an excellent ball game. In 9 innings tonight, we have Mosinee victorious on a 9-8 ball game. We were scoreless through the first 5.5 when Mosinee took back-to-back home runs to go ahead and build a 3-0, which ultimately turned out to be a 4-0 lead.
Can you hear me in the headset? Okay.
We certainly can.
At this time, we would like to congratulate Medford on a great season.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're here in Mosinee. Medford going ahead and talking again, outstanding season. We're going to go ahead and we're going to follow Mosinee as
Athletic Director Casey Smith to present the regional championship plaque to head coach Adam Olson.
And there is a regional championship plaque that Casey Smith is going out and presenting. And there it is for the Mosinee Indians, who are your regional champion, and will move on to play in the second game of the sectional in Abbotsford against the winner of Altoona and GET.
Oh, Charlie. Just down at the bottom of the steps, this chair.
Oh, yeah.
Please, thank you so much.
Our very own Jason Zaleski down on the field, looking to go ahead and get a few comments from both coach and perhaps Devin Stoffel. So, again, obviously some excitement, lots of emotion. Again, this is about as high quality of a high school game as what you can possibly ask for from both of these two squads. Just absolutely fantastically entertaining tonight.
Here in our Nasonville Dairy post-game show, Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com, here with Coach Adam Olson. Coach, for a while there, it was as though we were playing a game that may never end, and instead you get a fitting ending, a walk-off here at home in a regional championship. Tell us about it.
Oh, man, it was a great game. So proud of my guys. We played a great team. We stuck with it, came out on top. It was just a great win all around, man. That was so much fun.
Pitching was key today. Keegan gave you all he had and everybody else after him. Tell us about your pitching staff on the mound today.
Yeah, I'm glad we had enough guys to do it. You know, we struggled after Keegan for a little bit there, but we found our way and made it happen, and just proud of these guys so much. It's been a great season.
3 consecutive home runs in that 6th inning. Tell us about that. I mean, that had to be crazy, right?
That speechless, bottom line. That doesn't happen. I don't know what got into those guys. They can do it all year, and they just did it at the right time.
All right, now you got to carry this momentum for a whole week. You're right. You said not done yet, but you got a whole week now. How do you keep these guys entertained, keep their heads in it? Some of the guys don't even go to school anymore. What's the plan for the next week?
Hey, just keep them on the game, doing what we do every single day. Bring them in, hit the ball, have fun, do little things, and keep competing.
Coach, good luck next week at sectionals.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll talk to our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Davin Stoffel, I guess, who has eluded us. Tell you what, if you would give me Keegan, if you send me Keegan, that would be great. Yeah. So, can you hear me, Paul? Yeah. Okay. You got me. All right. So we're going to talk to Keegan Jerchley, who I guess I picked the guy who ran the furthest away into center field.
How do I zoom? How do I zoom? Can I zoom?
There we go. Yes, we're getting ourselves figured out here. We're gonna interview maybe a few guys here, as Paul wants to get my best face here on the camera. Apparently, no. What? Do we still have a camera feed? Okay. Keegan Jerchley here coming in. Keegan, just talk to us about your pitching effort today. I mean, you gave it all you had. You had to give it off. Pitch count got in the way, all that kind of stuff. But just tell us about your work from the mound today and your mental preparation coming into today's game.
Yeah, I knew Medford was a good hitting team. They're nice and solid. I knew I was going to have to be on spots and find that off speed.
Yeah. Tell us about the reaction of the dugout. You get 3 home runs in a row in that bottom of that 6th inning. How do you put that into words? What happened there?
You can't. It's crazy. I've never seen that before. It's awesome. The energy, just confidence, everyone. Just brought everyone up.
Regional final championship, so you got that under your belt. You and the guys, 1, 2, 3, not done yet. Tell us about that. How do you stay in mentally keep this in now for the next week with no school? You're going to have to kind of do it on your own for a little bit during the day, right?
Yeah. Obviously, we're gonna have to keep going. We can't get our heads too big. Gotta keep our confidence, but not too big. And obviously, just play like we can.
Yeah. What are some of those things that you and the guys can do now? During this week, is you want to save enough energy for game day, but you got to come out and have productive practices, and not screw around a lot in the meantime because you got all that free time in your hands now. So, what are some of those strategies that you can deploy here?
Just getting together, hanging out somewhere, going out to eat, just keeping that team bond together and tight like we are.
Yeah, excellent. All right, sounds good. Let's see. Davin is just wrapping up over there. Let's see. Paul, who had the second home run? So, right. So Stoffel had the first one.
You nerdle.
Yeah, bring me Tanner. Go tag out for Tanner. We'll talk to Tanner Unerdle, and we'll talk to Davin Stoffel here too. In the meantime, actually, Davin stand right here. We'll have Tanner Unerdle come in here. Come right on in, Tanner. Both you guys at the same time because you guys were such a huge part of this game, right? No doubt about it. That 6th inning and the home runs. I mean, the ball was jumping off your bats. We'll start first with Davin. Just tell us about plate approach for that at-bat in the 6th inning.
Well, we'd seen him. That was our 3rd time through the lineup.
We'd seen him for the whole first 5 innings, and he was pitching a great game. We just got the middle of our order up, our big bats, and we found a way to put the bat on the ball well, and it flew out today.
Yeah, yours was a no-doubter. The next two, though, were a little questionable. Tell us about your reactions. You're running down to first, and you see that ball finally get over the fence.
Yeah, I mean, when I hit it, I thought I missed it a little bit, and then I remember the wind was blowing out tonight, so I had a pretty good idea that once it got to that height, I knew it was gone.
Yeah, and then Davin, obviously the big hit to end it. So again, same question, plate approach there. What are you looking for? What are you trying to do to do what you did here tonight, which is end the game?
Well, to start the AB, I told myself hit the ball hard, and then, got down to 2 strikes. So at that point, I was just put the ball in play, and good things will happen. So I got a pitch that I could hit. I put the barrel on it, and just got past the shortstop's glove, and we won.
Yeah, it's the name of the game, right?
Yeah.
Win regional finals. You got a plaque down there you get to celebrate with. So good luck next week on Wednesday. We'll give you guys the microphone straight ahead here. Yeah. So
I'm.
Let me kind of show them. This is what I think, right? We're regional champions tonight.
We're regional champs, and we're in the house.
You're Tanner Unerdl.
I'm Tanner Unerdl.
I'm Davin Stoffel. We're regional champs,
and we're in the house.
We'll see you next week. All right, guys, that'll do it from here. Final score, 9-8, Mosinee. And a mind bender here tonight. We'll throw it back up to Paul Jaglinski for final words on this game.
Well, again, in 9 innings tonight, the Mosinee Indians have defeated the Medford Raiders 9-8 here at Mosinee High School in what was a heck of a ball game. Mosinee will advance to play sectionals, which will be held next week Wednesday in Abbotsford. They'll play the second game, which is a 1 o'clock start, or at least the way it's scheduled to be. And they will play Altoona, who was able to defeat Gail Edric Templo tonight. And the final score of that ball game was 4-1. So Mosinee victorious, and they will play Altoona next week in Abbotsford. That action can be seen right here on Zaleski Sports.
Probably.
Again, want to make sure that we go ahead and invite you to tune in tomorrow night as we've got softball sectional action that'll be from Ullman Bancroft, where the Assumption Royals are going to go ahead and take on Blair Taylor, with the winner having a right to go to state online. Hopefully we can go ahead and have that game be half as competitive and half as entertaining as what it was tonight. So on behalf of myself and on behalf of Jason Zaleski, we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast on Zaleski Sports. And once again, congratulations to the Mosinee Indians, who are regional champs in 2022.